Hey, welcome everybody. We're getting ready to start our 18th session for Fear Itself. Have no name, so we'll see what happens once we get going. I don't have a name for 16 either, which is going to post tomorrow, so I guess we'll see.
How
We have
about how about a lot more of the same and not much
yeah,
else?
endless debating.
Yeah, baby.
Our recap from last session is very brief. Randy ate 3 of Mrs. Garrison's scrambles and won the recipe, so to speak. So he's a marked man in Mary's Harbor because that's a very protected secret recipe. So we've got to keep an eye on Randy. We did about 40 minutes worth of debating on how we wanted to proceed moving forward, as opposed to just waiting for the truck to come and following through on the plan. We talked Old Hamish into coming over for dinner with Mrs. Garrison. He's hoping he's going to get lucky tonight. So I guess whatever happens between old people stays between old people. I don't know. Randy, I think, talked to Lady Branwyn again. And that's pretty much it. So take it away, Neil.
All right. I think you guys were basically just like doing some planning.
I think that gives us too much credit.
I was coming up with ways to try and evaporate the thing instead of freeze it. I remember that.
Yeah, but I don't think you came up. I don't think anything was decided on other than okay.
No,
why
we
don't we get this liquid nitrogen and see what happens? But it is. I mean, it could be whatever time you spent some time. So if nothing else is late afternoon, it's like the evening time. I believe there was a suggestion of whether you're going to go out and try to beat the shit out of it and or shoot it with crossbows in case it comes out tonight. That, I believe, was an option because the liquid nitrogen shows up tomorrow. So the question is, what are you doing like tonight? Or you could stay in. You can do whatever you want.
We've kind of established, because the previous night we'd turned in after Randy got rowdy, and nothing happened. So like we're kind of aware that people know what's happening, so they've been staying in, so that theoretically nothing will bad happen if we don't go out and pursue it. We do have dinner plans for tonight because we're facilitating, so we're we'll at least be at dinner for a while. Erin would suggest that perhaps we stay in. Even though we're part of this organization or whatever. Like every time we have something happen, we can't throw another postcard, right? Like I know Randy, like I know you hate Edward with a passion, but like at some point I feel like he's just going to be like, hey, figure it the fuck out, right? Like if every time it's like, oh, I tripped and fell down, let's send Edward a postcard and say, hey, Edward, we need Band-Aids. Can you send them? Like he's just going to get like, we're going to get that point where it's like, I made a mistake. You guys are on your fucking own now,
Wait a minute. So you're suggesting that he actually cares about us somehow?
No.
I think that's unlikely.
Well, I think Band-Aids and like AK-47s are like 2 different categories, dude. You know what I mean?
But you know what I'm saying though, right? I mean, like I think we sent him like 14 postcards since we've been here. Like,
hey, here's a suggestion. I'm saying, hey guys, perhaps I know we're in for dinner and stuff tonight, but maybe one of us should sort of be like a lookout almost. Like since we know what's going on, no one else in the town knows what's going on, right? So if one of us goes out there, and I'd be happy to volunteer, it just kind of wanders around a bit, we can be in communication via cell phone or text or whatever. you know, just in case we see this thing around and just in case there's trouble? What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think you should go by yourself.
Yeah, well, another thing we could do too is if like I don't know, like I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Like I think we could, if we wanted to, we could even do it in shifts. You know, we could kind of all, one of us could go out and then the rest of us could kind of have our cell phones on us or whatever. And then, if something happens, you can ring us up and we can, head out there, or, like we could do something like that even, so where, you're not up all night, trying to see if anything's going to happen, and plus we're there if you need us.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm just kind of thinking that, instead of risking people's lives, you know what I mean? We saved that one guy's ass just by yelling. I mean, it's not like we have to confront the thing. It's just if we see it sneaking up on somebody, maybe we're going to feel like pretty big pieces of shit if someone's dead tomorrow. And, we're sitting here eating fucking ham sandwiches or something,
Yeah, because we're not all Edwards and just let things happen and then, are fine with it the next day. We actually give two shits. Did I mention fuck that guy? I hate that guy.
I know, Randy. I know you hate that guy. I feel you after that the whole alien thing. Like I'm in your court, but I get, like, we knew what we were signing up for. Like we've got to we got to take the bull by the horns. I guess I'm trying to say. Well,
I like Randy's idea. I think we can do shifts. I think we do 4-hour shifts. We'll be right. 3-hour shifts, right? 3-hour shifts. Because when is it getting dark now? When is it getting dark around here?
Oh man, it's dark at like 4 o'clock or some shit, right? I mean,
yeah, it's like 4 or 5.
I mean, it'll be dark by the time but by the time we're done with dinner, probably.
Yeah, that won't be 4 o'clock though. I mean, I'm thinking maybe more like 7 or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
it'll definitely be dark at 7. Yeah. I forget by this point what time of year it is. I was pretty sure it was like fall.
Yeah, it's like October, November.
Yeah, so it's cold as fuck, and yeah, it definitely gets dark early.
Yeah, it's probably about 5 o'clock is probably when it's like pretty dark.
Oh,
early.
I forget that it's also on the ocean, which means the sunrise, though, is pretty early because it's flat, so you get that bonus at least.
So if we did, what if we did 4-hour shifts, right? Because let's say it's 5, let's say 6. So we'd have like 6 to 10, 10 to 2, 2 to 6, right? Like we'd be covered. And then even the 2 to 6 person, you get, it'll sleep for 5 hours and we'll be up and out of here by 10 or 11. You know what I mean?
Maybe we could use the crossbows then, right? Like put that shit underneath your coat, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just make sure you're not shooting a person, right? Like make sure it's the fucking claws. Shit.
Well, even if we see the thing, we don't need to engage. I just think, if there's an emergency, we'll call, we'll call you guys or whoever's sleeping. But I just feel like just to make sure it doesn't get anybody,
Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible idea. Randy, are you good with that? Like, you want to be out there, but like you want to take second shift, that way you could sleep longer, right? Like, I know 5 hours isn't going to cut it for you.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Like, I'll go first because honestly, I don't really feel like being at the fucking dinner anyway. So like, well, no, because I gotta be out there at like 6 o'clock.
But you can go a little, like, it'll warm you up. You get some,
yeah, but it's gonna be dark, man. He's gonna be out there. He's gonna be out there at like 6 o'clock.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
And there's still gonna be people. If there's any people that are stragglers or something, they may still be out and about. Yeah, I think we gotta be out there right at 6.
All right, that's cool.
And you guys are better at like social situations and shit than me anyway.
I think old Hamish likes you too.
Nah, I don't know about that. He's not. He doesn't seem to be a WWF fan. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I wouldn't think so. I bet she doesn't like comic books either, Randy.
Well, hey, we can't all be perfect like me. I mean, come on.
I'm not sure he knows what comic books are. Well, he knows what comic books are. He probably doesn't know what graphic novels are. He probably thinks of comic books as like, Archie and like the goofy.
Yeah, he probably likes like a little Orphan Annie and shit like that.
Dick Tracy.
I could tell Seamus about what's really happening there at Riverdale now. Blow his fucking mind.
All right, shit. Well, do you need to do anything to like prepare? I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean, I'd like to eat. I'll take something to go. I'll eat something from the fridge, and I'm definitely taking my crossbow shit. I got my knife. I always get my knife. And I guess I'll just bundle up and kind of take this. I can't just be wandering around open carrying a fucking crossbow.
Well, it's collapsible, right? So you got a big fucking winter coat.
Exactly. It's going to be concealed. CC, concealed crossbow.
Yeah, definitely.
My CCB permit.
Yeah, just go down to the local store and just get a bunch of knives and start throwing them in pockets. You just like have, it could be like one of those movies where like every time you open up a pocket, a knife comes out. You can even like you can cut a little spot in another area, and then you can put another knife in there, and then you can cover it up so people don't look at it because they think that it's just like ripped because you're a wrestler and you like, you're always tussling, stuff like that. So then, they're going to be that extra spot. So where if they find the other knives, then you got the one knife there.
I'm probably go just the one knife.
Oh, come on. You're no fun.
I don't think we should go back to that store and buy anything else. I'm just saying.
That's true. Especially with your amazing talking going on there. I thought I was a terrible talker.
Well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I've got my tactical folder that I always got on me, so that's plenty. And,
all right. Be safe. I mean, anything crazy happens, you fucking call us right away.
Oh, I'm not planning on engaging. Like I said, if I see something, I'm just gonna alert whoever is in danger.
And just remember, don't look in its eyes. Remember, stay away from the eyes.
I wonder if did we ever get the mirrors? What the fuck was up with that?
We did have like a door mirror, or maybe like a 2-foot mirror that we told the guy we were going to put in.
Yeah, you should walk around with a big door mirror around and see how many people think you're fucking insane. You know what you should do? Seriously, what you should do? Just go to the at the local store. You should go to the local store and just get like a hand mirror, because I mean you've got luxurious locks, they'll probably think you're staring into it, whatever. Just have that little thing on you, and if the thing gets close, bam, you got it.
I think I should walk around with the wall mirror. What do you think?
But you know awesome. What? Look, you can take it and put it in the truck, right? And then if you need it, you could go and grab it, right? Because like it's going to be dark, nobody's going to see. I mean, unless it's all the way across town, and then I guess you're screwed. But
well, yeah, but I mean, am I driving around? I mean, this isn't a big town. I don't feel like I should be driving around.
No. I'm just saying, just stash it in the truck. That way, if you need it, you could grab it, as opposed to like walking around with it.
Well, but I'm concerned that if I can't get back to the car.
Yeah, well, that's the rub. It's up to you, man. You do what you got to do.
Did we make it? Did we put handles and shit on it already, or no? I don't remember.
We did. We made like zip tie and duct tape handles.
Yeah, I definitely think we should use that if we went to all that trouble.
All right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
Okay, just don't let the sheriff see you, I guess. I mean, I don't know what he would say.
Well, what can I say? Let's come up with something. What should I say if he catches me?
I tell him you're LARPing and you're waiting for us to come and find you. I don't know. I mean, he won't even know what that is, probably.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell him that I'm an amateur astronomer. And what is the mirror will do something? What can I tell him the mirror does? It's like some kind of astronomy thing.
Randy, you got something?
That's out of my realm. I know a lot of dorky shit, but that's not one of them.
Well, no, I know it doesn't do shit. I'm just saying, let's make something up. I mean, have me come up with something.
Oh yeah, well there you go. Just make it up. I mean, either he's gonna think you're doing something funny, or he's gonna think you're fucking insane and walk away. So either way, it's a win.
I'll tell him that with the astronomy, that it's a way to watch the skies in two different places at once. Because if I lean the mirror up somewhere, I can kind of see what's going on in front, and also like without turning around and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, or tell him you're taking some like weird, like fucking take one of the GoPros and then just like tell him you're filming like the movement of the earth and the stars and shit. Like you just tell him you have the camera because you're just trying to find a good spot to lay it down, and then you're gonna point the camera at the mirror.
Good idea. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, shit.
Well, it's a good thing Erin's around. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing anything of worth. I tell you.
Well, like setting up old people and like fighting monsters. I don't know. Like, what the fuck's that supposed to mean, Randy?
No, it means that if it feels like, and I love every one of you, including myself, but I think if it was just Jack and I, it would be a weird side mission where it would be all about the canon and a lot of bad movie references, and we wouldn't get very far. So I'm glad you're here, Ann.
Well, let me say you should always love yourself, Randy. And second, I appreciate that.
Oh, I do. Don't you worry about it.
Well, all right. Now you're making it fucking creepy now, and it's not what I meant. I'm like, you should appreciate yourself as a Look, I don't.
The more you know.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Cool. All right. Let's get down to business. All right. Seriously, you know what I seriously hope? I seriously hope, because I'm so sick of being here. I love Canada. It's great, but this area, I fucking hate it now. I'm sick of being here. I really hope that Jack just fucking blows it up and it just is done and we can go home. I'm homesick.
Dude, it's only been a couple of days. Well, I mean, there was a drive up here and...
Yeah, well, it's been more than a few days. It's cold as shit. Nobody cares that we're even here, you know? Hamish is the only guy that cares.
And he wants to kill himself, so what does that tell you?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Gosh, maybe we do belong here.
No. I mean, like, I thought Ohio was cold, but this is like...
I mean, to be fair, you're kind of supposed to be, like, undercover-ish. You're not supposed to be like, hey, we're part of a secret organization here to stop this supernatural creature. So, of course, no one gives a fuck that you're there. You're just a bunch of fucking dumbass Americans dicking around all day. They don't care.
Wow, thank you, Neil, for just coming up with that. Like, we didn't know that was that the whole time.
Yeah, we're just a dumb bunch of fucking Americans until I fucking unleash the cannon on their fucking ass.
That's right.
It's a good thing Erin is here. All right.
I don't know. I'm going to start putting the hurt on Kurt for his mouthiness. I'm going to be like, GM Fiat, you get bitch slapped. Roll stability.
He chokes on the bone during dinner.
Hamish is going to challenge you to a wrestling match, and you're going to lose.
Hey, he had a training montage.
He has 50 scuffling. Sorry. It's just stats. It's a stat block.
Yeah. He's wiry. He was in the Navy.
Yeah. He's scrappy.
I don't know if any of that's true. Okay.
So,
He was in the war. He said he was in the war.
That's true. So he could have been.
Yeah, I don't know what war, but sure.
War
Yeah.
Basic 12.
It was like war. It was World War
I think
II.
we
He's like
established
93.
Yeah, I think we established that. But yeah, he's old as fuck. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Do we want to fast forward to dinner then?
But unless you have something else
yes.
to do.
Yeah. Of course,
All
right.
right. Well, okay. Before that, though, I'm. So yeah, if it's getting dark out, I'm taking the GoPro, I'm taking the mirror, and I got my knife and I got the crossbow, and both of those weapons are concealed. I'm out. So I'm leaving. So whatever you guys want to do.
All right. Did you tell Miss Garrison that you're not staying, or?
No, I left that to you guys.
Okay, shit. All right. So I guess you leave, and then I asked Randy, did he say anything or?
No, he's all business. I'm for it. I'm ready for this shit to be done.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Well,
no offense to Miss Garrison. I just.
Yeah. Well, let me go tell her that he's not going to be here then, because I don't want her to set a place and then,
Wait. So you don't want her to make extra food?
Well, there's gonna be food, Randy, but I don't want her to think that he's gonna be there, and then
Yeah, but is there gonna be enough food? That's my question,
dude. I'm sure there's gonna be enough food. Although the way you ate all those fucking scrambles, I don't know, because you're like a fucking garbage can.
Thank you.
You're supposed
okay,
to
no, that's fine. I would have known.
That's
okay. She's not my mom. She doesn't know exactly what's going on with this. So you can tell her that Jack will not be joining us today. No, you know what? I'll do it.
Okay. Well, you know what? When we get back, we should probably we should hit the gym hard, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
I hit the gym as hard as I hit McRibs. Very hard. So, it all works out.
All right. Cool. All right. Will you go tell her, how much shit? What do we have? Like an hour? Fuck. Do we want to, I'll set up the Carcassonne. And then after dinner, we'll come up and play because if you're going to take next shift, that's going to be a while still.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So I walk up to Miss Garrison.
Okay. She's in the kitchen. She's preparing, a pretty, she's like, there's potatoes cooking. There's definitely bread in the oven. It smells delicious. There's some sort of pot roast cooking. You're pretty sure, some serious, not just kind of small finger food type stuff. And she's like, "Oh, Randy, how's it going? It's
hey, don't be afraid. I'm not gonna eat all the food here right now, but it smells delicious."
Yeah, don't you touch it. It's not dinner time yet.
I won't. I will not. I haven't washed my hands yet. Just to warn you, Jack kind of went on the town. He wanted to have a little personal night, so he's out for dinner. And I apologize. I hope you were planning on making him an extra plate.
Well, I made plenty. For all of you. I thought he would be here. That's a shame.
Well, here's the deal. Maybe it's something, if it's okay with you, maybe once we're done eating, maybe I can make a plate for Jack and we can just hide it away for him. And then when he comes back, I'm sure he will. He said he was going to go out and maybe have a few drinks. So maybe when he comes back, he'll actually, want a little something if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. I have a warming drawer for the oven. You can just put it in there and it'll stay hot until he gets back. I'm sure if he's out having a pint or two, he'll be hungry when he gets home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't? Really. So, yeah, I apologize. I know you've been doing a lot of this hard work, and I really appreciate it, by the way. Three of us, I understand we're here, we're paying for your services and stuff like that, but you've gone above and beyond what we've expected. So I just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate it. And so does my stomach.
You're so sweet. You're a good boy. I'm glad
Oh,
I'm glad you decided to stay with me. It's an honor having you.
I appreciate that. Okay, well, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm going to get back to Erin and we're just going to kind of describe.
This gravy's going to burn, and she's like going and like starting to stir a bunch of gravy.
Do you need any help? I can help. I mean, I'm not much.
Oh no, you're not getting any more of my recipes. You got the one.
You saw right through me. All right. Well, I'm going to go back.
World famous gravy. If you put this on some poutine, I'll tell you, I won best poutine in Ottawa province with this gravy. You'll never get that recipe. It goes to the grave.
I'm almost doubting that you have, because it took you a very long time to name what award you won and where you went.
It was a state. I entered a lot of state fairs. You see,
I know.
I was proud of it.
I'm just giving you guff. No, I'm sure you have. I mean, believe me, everybody here has loved everything you've made. So
I mean, where would I have submitted it? Nova Scotia.
Those Nova Scotians.
That's a joke.
Is that how you say it? Nova Scotians? Crazy bastards.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry for the cussing, but I got to get back, so I'll let you.
All right, well, boys, watch up for dinner. Make sure you're on time.
We will.
I think while he's downstairs with Miss Garrison, Erin's setting up the board. I think he would call his mom real quick, because I guess that's maybe something that could be going on like off screen.
Okay.
I feel like he probably hasn't done it in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can give her a call. So far, I don't know if you want to like role play, or just want to do like summary, like how's it going type stuff. Or...
Yeah, I mean, we could summarize. I mean, he would just ask how she's doing, see how she's been, see if his brother's come around,
Everything seems normal so far. I mean, she says everything's fine. No, nothing out of the ordinary. Your brother hasn't stopped by. But she says, you know him. He's, you can never know what he's up to. But I'm sure he'll be by soon enough. But yeah, she's like, oh, when are you coming home? What are you doing? How's your trip?
I tell her it's super cold. We're hoping to get home, within like maybe the next 2 or 3 days. We should be on the road.
She's really confused why you even went there. She's like, I looked it up on a map, and it's really like it's in the middle of nowhere. Why would you like what even possessed you to go there?
I don't know. It's work. They wanted. They're bringing in their supplies for the winter, and they had asked if I would go to kind of like check on things, and I guess it's like a newer customer, so they just want to make sure everything went smooth. So I went with Jack and Randy, because Jack drives, drives all over. So we thought it'd be like cool road trip too. So like we just kind of been hanging out, but it's super cold up here. It's like right off the water. Oh my God, it's terrible.
She tells her to be warm. You stay warm. Be careful. On the way back. Don't pick up any hitchhikers. You never know. Even in Canada. She's looking forward to you getting home. Maybe you should consider other jobs where you're not having to drive to the middle of nowhere of Canada when it's freezing cold. But, whatever. It's your life. But, it would be nice if you're here all the time.
I know, Mom. I know. But the pay's good, and it's more stable than the bar. And, I could take some classes if I wanted to. I mean, they'll pay for that stuff. And they got 401k and everything. So.
Look at Mr. Fancy Pants. I'm just kidding. I'm proud. It sounds like a great job. You are a manager. Who would have thought?
I know, right? It's crazy. I mean, you kind of manage when you're at the bar, but it's, it's not really the same.
I mean, you're like in charge of, real shipments and, cargo and things that are important. I mean, these people needed supplies. That sounds pretty important.
Yeah. I mean, it's work's work, it's a lot, it's more money. So that's, that's good. Hey, when we're on our way back, I'll give Sean a call and we should set up like a big family thing. We'll do like a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. I'll make up whatever you want for dinner or afternoon, lunch, whatever you want to call it. Brenner. Wait, that's breakfast for dinner. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. What am I? Some kind of hipster? I learned that on the internet. Hipsters. There were some videos.
I just watch where you go on the internet, Mom. It could, it could get pretty crazy.
Oh, I have Safe Web on. I don't see any of that craziness. I'm too old for that. I'm not interested.
All right, that's okay. That's good, I guess. So
I have my Danielle Steele for that. If you know what I mean.
I don't. That's okay. Mm-hmm. That's
yeah. You get so embarrassed about talking about these things. It's just Danielle Steele.
I know, Mom.
It's just a little bit of romance.
Well, okay. I'm gonna go. So I just want to touch base and see how you've been feeling.
All right. Well, I'll look up some recipes. See what I can make. Get your brother on the horn and make sure he's ready to come over. We'll all get together. We'll have some fun. Have a game night, family night like we used to.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Mom. Love you all.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
I get like Randy comes in and he's just like, oh my God.
Is your mom talking about Danielle Steele again?
God damn it. Yes. It's so fucking creepy.
You're like red as a strawberry. Of course that's what she's talking about. No one wants to hear that. We know how we were made. We don't need to hear about it.
Not from my mom anyway. Like that's fucking
Well, obviously. Whoa. Anyway.
All right. Shit. So I guess here I got Chuazi on my phone. Let's see who goes first. So we'll do the thing. I guess Randy probably wins.
Of course.
Let's see. Do you guys have anything to test against? You won't have to spend actual points. I'm just looking to see what you would have.
We can just roll a die. Whoever rolls higher, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
2.
I'm spending 3 on athletics. Just kidding.
He throws the die across the room.
I roll a 5.
Wow.
Randy wins.
Yeah.
Wasted a good roll on Carcassonne.
He wins by. It was kind of one-sided on that one.
All right, so so I guess we just settle in for 45 minutes of Carcassonne before dinner.
Sure. Yep. You guys are getting ready for dinner. Dinner's gonna be at it would be at 6 most likely. It could be 5:30. So it's not too late, but not super early. I'm guessing you guys go down.
Yeah. We would go down a little early.
What's Jack doing in the meantime? Because you do have at least an hour or so.
I'm driving. I've parked down by the beach.
Okay.
And I'm kind of waiting for it to be totally dark so I can start walking around without people really seeing me.
Okay.
So I don't know, is it what time it is, or if it's totally dark yet, or what?
It's not really dark until a little after 5, so it would be about the time they go down to dinner. So if you're just hanging out in the cab of the truck doing whatever, playing on your phone or reading, whatever you want to do, you'd be doing
I'm just waiting until it gets totally dark, because then I'm going to get out and I'm going to kind of walk, because I'm imagining from what I remember, if I'm walking along, there's probably not a boardwalk, but there's probably a walk area kind of on the beach, so I can kind of see the town a little bit, I would imagine, right?
There's not the beach is pretty open. It's pretty flat. It's sand. But yeah, there's not a boardwalk. There is the main road is basically by the beach. It's a row of buildings. It's beach, buildings, road, buildings. It's not very big. So If you're like walking on the beach, you definitely go to sea for the most part.
Did we have night vision? I don't think we had. Did we ever get night vision? I don't remember.
I don't believe so.
I don't think you ever got anything night vision that I know of. I mean, a GoPro, I don't know if it has any night vision capability like the infrared.
I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking we did. I guess not. Okay. When it gets dark,
you didn't.
Yeah. So when it gets dark, I'm going to kind of walk clandestinely, kind of nearish the water, so I can kind of see like a broad view of if I see anything coming out of the water or whatever. But for now, I'm just in the truck.
Okay. We can move to you before we go back to dinner or anything. Can you give me a? I guess.
Oh, hold on. I need to die.
Sure.
Guy comes to the game unprepared.
And of all things, it's AD6.
You can get it anywhere.
It's like the lowest form of die.
Wait, I got it.
All this editing. Theoretically.
I got it. So, okay, I'm just going to use my phone.
I feel like you're never going to find a D6. Like this
Well,
is never...
a beautiful set of slimy green Cthulhu-style dice.
Let me just use my phone.
Fucking guy.
I love it. Fuck it. Just put it on the phone.
Nice, beautiful dice from Easy Roller Dice Company.
I know. Shit, I'm still using mine all the time. It's like my luckiest die. That shit is destroying at D&D.
So yeah, Easy Roller Dice makes the luckiest dice.
Okay, I got a 5. I got a 5.
Okay. You're pretty sneaky. I mean, you're watching. If you do see anybody, like you're kind of, you kind of like stop and kind of like stand by a building or a house or a building or whatever and kind of hang out until they pass. The streets aren't obviously like super busy, but there are people around. Oh no, you had some kind of terrifying power outage. You're gonna get murdered. I've been listening to too many horror stories on YouTube's. Yeah, so you go kind of back and forth on the beach, couple hours, and you are you haven't seen anything yet. No one's seen you though, but give me a notice check. Sorry, not notice. Duh, I blanked. Give me shit, I don't even know what you would test that. Just a health check. I love it. 6. Okay. It's cold, but you're pretty bundled up. You're used to it, and doesn't seem to bother you at all. It's definitely cold though. You have your hood up. You're still walking around. I assume you have the mirror with you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay. So far you see nothing. It's about 8 o'clock, maybe a little later. You have not gotten noticed by anyone. You're not freezing or anything, but so far so good. Let's cut back to dinner if you guys want to.
Sure.
So you come down. There are plates set for everybody that is known to be coming, including Hamish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is weird for her, Mrs. Garrison. She's kind of coming in and putting stuff on the table. She makes comments about like, oh, I don't usually eat with the guests, and this is, I feel so weird. Like I'm a guest in my own house. It's so strange.
No, but I mean, you remind us, me and Randy of, like of our moms and everything. Like it's almost like a family dinner, right? Like it's just, it's relaxed and there's nothing going on, and we'll just, it's a good dinner. I mean, Randy's gonna eat everything.
So does that make Hamish our dad? Because I don't like that idea.
But I mean, you don't have to get weird, man. I'm just like,
I'm just messing. I like Seamus. You're a good dude.
Ah, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. You gotta speak up if you want me to hear you. I'm pretty good in the pub. I feel like the acoustics are better.
There's nobody talking in this and this is not a bar. No one else is talking. It's just us. How can you not hear me? You're right next to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm used to all the sounds and the noise, and it's like I'm used to all the clamor, and now if it's just you, I'm like, I kind of hear it.
Oh, okay. I said you're awesome. You're an awesome dude.
Yeah, you better say that, or else me and you will go outside. I already had a few pints before I came. I didn't want to say anything, but I couldn't resist.
You never.
So she sits down. There's like just a pretty sizable feast, standard kind of like home style stuff, mashed potatoes, roast, carrots, that sort of stuff, gravy, some other sides, some fresh rolls. She's like, well, everyone, she's like, I guess Hamish, since you're the most distinguished of us here, and she kind of looks at you guys and is like, and then it's like, maybe you'd like to say grace, and he's like, what? Grace? I don't know anyone named Grace. And then he's like, oh, you mean the blessing? All right, here we go. And she had gotten him a beer. He downs the rest of the beer. Dear Lord, please bless this food and all of the people at the table for all that they've done and all that they continue to do. Everyone here is good people, and I hope everyone stays safe in these dark times with the spirits and the evils that are plaguing the town. Please protect everyone from the evil spirits. At this point, like, Mrs. Garrison's kind of like, can you just, like, don't, that's not, I got it. I got this. Protect these young men from the evil spirits and the wicked ones of old, and bless me for making them move on, and give me the strength to fight off the spirits, or just let them take me. I don't care. I'm old. Lord, I'm old. Anyway, I'm going to take out these evil spirits, and I'll protect the town, and make these boys stay in the room or something. And this food is great. Thanks for everything, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, and God, and bless Mrs. Garrison for her sweet, sweet bottom. All right, amen. Let's eat this food.
Erin's eyes are just like dinner plates. Like, what did he just say? He just like looks at Randy like, what just happened? Holy shit.
And he's just in it. He starts taking some potatoes and roast. And Mrs. Garrison is just kind of like all red with like her hands.
Erin just looks at her and shrugs and like shakes his head like, I'm sorry.
She kind of is like, like, I don't know what to say. So, what are your boys getting into this evening? Going down to the pub?
Jack took a little bit of like a personal time. He said he wanted to kind of like clear his head. Randy and I have a board game set up upstairs. So, after dinner, like,
what are you talking about?
it's
None of you are wearing a ring. You should be out hitting the pub, getting with the lassies. You know what I'm saying? Just get in there. You're young. Have some fun, right, Mrs. Garrison?
For sure.
A board game? You know what that sounds like? It sounds like a boring game. That's what I would call it. You know what I'm saying? A boring game.
No, I get it. I get it.
It's a pun.
It's fun. Trust me, it's fun. Like if you play, I know you don't play games. It's fun. The potatoes are really good, Mrs. Garrison.
Chess. We played chess. You and me, sir.
Yeah, no, that right. Okay, so chess. But that's
a
different.
thinking man's game. It sounds like you're some kind of French bullshit game.
What do you think, Randy? It's a thinking game, right? I mean,
it is, and yeah, it is.
All right, I'll take your word for it, boys. Mrs. Garrison, so what are you up to these days? This food is delicious. He takes a big thing of potatoes. So creamy, the potatoes. How do you get them that way? She's like, oh, you're not going to get my secrets. And you're not going to get anything else from me either. He's kind of like, whoa.
The meat's really good too, Miss Garrison. Like he's just like, this was probably a horrible idea.
She's like, oh, thanks. Try some of the rolls. This is fresh butter from a local farm. All fresh. Everything is pretty as local as we can get it. I mean, the roast these days, you're gonna have to get that from a little ways away. But we don't really have beef farms here.
Yeah, not a lot of grass when you get 9 months of winter, huh?
No, the fish would have been fine, but we eat fish 300 days of the year, so he's like, fish? Oh, God, if I had any more fish, I'd throw up. I feel like a whale. Whales, they don't really eat fish, do they? They'd say, I don't know, they scoop stuff out of the sea or something. But whatever eats fish, I feel like that. Whatever eats fish in tons, that's what I'm eating.
Like a shark.
Yeah, like a shark. I'm a shark. Kind of like winks over at Mrs. Garrison. I've been a shark all my life. A war hero. You know how many Nazis I killed? I probably killed 10,000 Nazis. I'm kidding. It was probably less than 50, but I got them good. That 50 Nazis, that's how many Nazis have any of you killed? That's pretty high.
Do video games count? Because, I mean, Randy's got a score. Oh, man. The Wolfenstein, Randy, what was the score on Wolfenstein? Like, you fucking, shit ton of Nazis, right?
Definitely more than 50 and less than 50,000.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Any Nazis in a video game, fake Nazis, fantasy Nazis in a video game, they count as 1/100,000th of a Nazi. So I think I'm still ahead.
That's completely fair. Completely.
I mean, look, I didn't kill a Hitler, but I killed at least a couple off. They had a lot of medals on there. War hero. I'm a war hero, basically. I probably saved so many lives of all of those poor people that they were torturing. And all I ask is to be a hero again. Mrs. Garrison, I'm going to be a hero. And I'm going to save all of you. And it's all for you. You're such a good lady.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got choked on my my drink.
It's like, oh, do you need something? Do you need me to do anything? You need something?
Nope. It's it just went down the wrong way. This was really good. I'm sorry. And he looks over at old Hamish and kind of shrugs one shoulder. He assumes he's not gonna get it because he's clearly just doing all the things, but he's kind of
He's like, what? What do you want? What?
No, not continue with your story. Thank you for your service.
That's right. Yeah. You're going to be thanking me again whenever this stupid, whatever the thing is, this stupid clootie comes calling. I'm going to make sure it never comes back here again. I'll tell you that much. I've got a belly full of delicious food from the most beautiful lady in all of town, and I'm going to have a few more pints to fortify my spirit, and then all of you are going to be safe, and you don't have to worry. You can sleep comfy in your beds tonight. You're welcome.
I'm not sure what that means, but I think everybody's going to be okay already.
How do you explain it? There's like 7 people who've died. What are you going to do about it? What have you done about it?
I mean...
Nothing. That's what... It sounds like you've done nothing. I'm sorry, I'm being belligerent. But still, you've done nothing. And I'll do something. Someone has to do something.
He looks pleadingly at Randy, like, help.
And Randy looks right back at Erin and goes, nope. Just letting it happen.
God damn it. So, yeah, I guess the rest of dinner
just... I don't know what's happening. Yeah, she's kind of like, I don't know what's happening right now. What are we... am I missing something? Is there something I don't know? I don't know what's happening.
Randy looks at Mrs. Garrison and just is like, no, you're not missing anything. Points at Seamus.
She kind of looks at you like,
She knows.
For the audio listeners, Randy is making like drinking motions.
She's like, well, it seems, oh no, we're out of beer, so I guess we'll just have to finish dinner without it. I have iced tea and I have water. And Hamish is like, it's all right. I don't need any more. I got all this. What's for dessert, by the way? Your famous bread pudding. I've heard it is the greatest in town. Actually, I heard all of the province or whatever major province you've submitted many of your recipes to. You won't tell me so that I would not show up and follow you there. So whatever one it is, I've heard it's great. She's like, well, I did make a caramel bread pudding. And she brings it out. She gets up, kind of brings out, like a big casserole dish of amazing smelling, raisin caramel bread pudding stuff. She serves it to everyone. There's some ice cream on the side, a glass of sherry or port. Hamish requests Guinness. She denies him, said Guinness. He passes on the other. He eats it up. And then he's like, well, I guess I best be off unless perhaps Mrs. Garrison would indulge me in a game of chess. Perhaps I could teach you to play if you don't know. She's kind of like, well, I have to clean up all these dishes and all these things to do, so...
Does she look like she might want to? Because then Erin would suggest that he and Randy can do the dishes.
I feel like you give me a notice check.
All right. I have that. What do I have it at?
I mean, you may
it's
not
on the other.
Spend on it just because because it's not like life threatening, but
I'm kind of tempted to spend anyway.
It's up to you, though. You can do whatever you want.
I'll do a straight roll. I got a 5.
She's not like swooning or anything. You get more of the sense that she would do it so he's sobered up more than anything.
So he looks at Randy and he was like, "Do you want to do the dishes?" I mean, I mean, I know you
yeah.
probably don't want to do the dishes, but
Yeah, no, nothing sounds better. No, we should help her out. She's done enough for us. We can help her out.
and he just looks it over. He looks back over to Mrs. Garrett and says, "I mean, if you guys, want to sit by the fire, we can take care of the mess."
Great, here we go.
Tony.
We're gonna get a game going. Let's do this. Yes, chest by the fire. There's nothing like it. And she's kind of like, I guess I'll just like, but I'm not gonna take it easy on you. He's like, I'll never expect you to. And then he kind of like takes her, and he like does the formal gentleman like escort her by the arm, and they go in. You hear him setting up the board. I'm guessing you go to do dishes, that sort of thing.
I just like we're like pans and shit are clanking, and like we're in the kitchen, the water's running. He just looks at Randy and like, that did not go the way I thought it was gonna go at all.
Wait a minute. So with Seamus, knowing Seamus as a person,
I know, but
you didn't expect it to go like this.
I mean, I like fingers crossed. Like he's talking about the clootie. Like I don't know. Like I don't know.
He does drink all day.
Yes,
So
and he's probably drinking and thinking about the clootie, and that is it.
Well, yeah, since you guys brought it up, he was going to sacrifice himself. It's his chance to be a hero again.
Yeah, he thinks he's Neo, is what he thinks he is, and he's not.
Well, why didn't you guys tell me this was a bad idea to start with? Like I thought, like we're trying to bring these two old folks together to like maybe rekindle some. I don't know what the fuck.
So you think that Mama Brady and Patches O'Houlihan should get together and become this power couple? I mean,
they're both old. Like they both live here.
Okay,
like,
wait a minute.
Options do
You're
they
supposed
have?
to be the smart one, and you're like, well, they should get together because they're old.
No, but I mean, like when we talked to her about him, she kind of like I thought maybe there was a little something. Maybe she was lonely. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. My mom is old. She's single and shit.
Let's just say this: if something magical were to happen, you would be a god because you are taking two people from opposite sides of the tracks and melding them into hopefully something nice.
Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, whatever. I just, fuck. I don't know.
Hey, it could be the best thing, or it could be the worst thing for Miss Garrison. And then, where have we gotten ourselves? We're gonna have to make up for it somehow.
I don't know how. I mean, I guess
maybe we can take a postcard, send it to that prick, and then maybe we can get her something nice. Be like, let's just not keep asking for like guns and chambers of frozen whatevers, and maybe we can get her a nice bouquet, or maybe somebody to come fix up this place or something. We can spend some of our money.
Well, we have the drug money. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. Let's take the drug money and use it.
Look, we're using it for something good.
Boy, you are really taking all these bad ideas and trying to do the right thing with them. Let's just take our money and do that. We could take the drug money and do something with that later, but like, let's not take drug money that might actually have like, I don't know, tracking on it or something like that, and be like, oh, hey, we'll just give you this money, use it. See what happens.
Dude, it's the money we got out of the walls at that drug dealer's house. It's like crusty fucking 20s and shit. This is no tracking on that.
But there could be like cocaine on it. Every piece of money has some kind of something.
Is she gonna snort the money? Like what?
Every piece of
Get it on her hand. She puts it in her food. She eats it. What happens?
Oh my God, just calm down. This is not like a movie.
Don't tell me to calm down. No, sorry. I couldn't help myself. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, your heart's in the right place. It's just, maybe Hamish of 20 years ago would have worked more than Hamish of now.
Well, I mean, whatever happens, happens, I guess. I mean, I was going to leave for a big tip anyway.
That's true. Well, we'll just have to make sure. Well, let's just do this. Let's just make sure after we're done with this, maybe we keep an eye on and make sure Hamish doesn't do anything not gentlemanly like.
I have a feeling Miss Garrison can probably handle it herself.
Well, I understand that, but again, we don't want anything. This is kind of our fault. So if it goes wrong, you know who she's gonna blame.
Yeah. Well,
Not him first, us first.
Well, all right. So when we're done with dishes, let's check in on her, and if it looks like it's really bad, we'll steer him home then.
Okay, sounds good.
But
Neil, we should probably call him a cab or an Uber though, so he doesn't, find himself with a clootie on accident and then decides to throw himself into the fire, and then look at what we have on our hands now.
Yeah. Well, him doing that's not going to help anything because there's a whole fucking ritual and whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Let's trust him with the ritual. Boy, that would be fun.
Yeah, no. We don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
Neil, can I spend a point of preparedness to say that I brought money with me for, like, I don't want to say incidentals, right? Because, like, we could get that theoretically from Edward, but we took, like,
I mean, yes, but you would have to have. I mean, yeah, if
but
you want, like.
Not that I have 30 grand, but I'm saying, like, we had a substantial amount of money that presumably we split.
Yeah. And then the question is, what did you do with it? Like, I don't know if you would have kept it as cash. I don't know. Or, like,
yeah, I think Erin just, like,
stuck or laundered it, or it's, whatever. But
yeah, I think Erin just, like, stuck it somewhere in the house. Like, I don't think, like, because of what we do, I think he just would have kept it as, like, okay, if we need something, because I paid for the cannon, I paid for, all this shit. So it's like, I don't know that we're turning expense reports like when we go into the diner for dinner. I mean, unless we are, like, I guess that's cool, but.
I mean, most of that's paid for, yeah.
But if we needed something right away,
yeah,
you're like, oh fuck, I really need this.
You would want cash. Yeah, you would probably want money on you. So I mean, with point of preparedness, you can have as much or as little of that cash as you want on you, as cash.
Okay.
Yes, although like there is some degree of, like, reasonableness where, like, you're not, like, if you wanted to leave her $5,000, it would be kind of not. You're guessing you would get some flack if you went back to Edward and were like, well, I just left $5,000 on my credit card. You need to reimburse. And he'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why? But if it's cash you got from a drug dealer, they don't give a fuck. That, whatever you want to do with your found dirty money is you can do whatever you want with it.
Right. And I think
that's how they work.
Well, and I think we probably got that $10,000 back too from the guy when we went in and raided the place, right? Like, oh, maybe not. No, maybe not, because it was a couple days later.
Yeah.
It was the $1,000 we had to talk to the other drug dealer that we never followed up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, cool. So I spent a point.
Found money / government, whatever organization money. But, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I do have I keep cash on me then. Like,
sure.
Moving forward, I always have probably like $1,000 on me.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Cut back to Jack.
Yeah, cut back to Jack. So you're patrolling the beach. You have spent 2 hours essentially going back and forth. Nothing seems to have caught your attention. Are you going to continue doing that? Or are you doing something different?
Well, I'd like to move a bit closer to the town.
Okay.
Ideally, I'd like to position myself so I can continue to watch the water. Okay. So I don't know if I can find someplace that's not super conspicuous, but also not looking like I'm hiding behind a dumpster or something.
Moving or just staying?
Is there a place where I can have a pretty good view of pretty far down, or do I have to stay at the beach for that?
So the challenge, right, is like you're kind of restricted by, like, if you're on the street side so that you're seeing the town and the street, the beach is blocked because there's buildings, houses, so you're only getting a limited view. Or if you're down by the back of the house toward the beach, you can see a lot of the beach, but not a ton of the street, if you get what I'm saying. Unless you get higher somehow.
I'm gonna start to wander kind of down the beach.
Okay.
Like, fairly close to the water.
Okay.
I figure I'm going to kind of just, the town's not that big, right? So I figure I'm just going to kind of pace back and forth as much as possible over the next couple of hours, before my shift is over.
Okay. About 8:30, 9 o'clock, you see headlights start, pretty fast, kind of coming toward you. I don't know if you could give me a notice check if you wanted to try to notice what it was, but it's not, it depends on what you would do in the moment.
It's okay.
But you see essentially headlights come. There aren't any lights or anything, but you notice it's a sheriff's SUV. Pulls up beside you on the beach and rolls down the window, and the sheriff's like, "So, hey, you're from out of town, eh?"
Oh, yeah. Good evening, officer. Yeah, I'm here with a couple of my friends. We're staying over at the Harbor Inn. We're just here for work, and I guess I probably do look a little strange wandering out here by myself with a big mirror on my back, right?
Yeah. It seems weird. That you'd be. There's been some problems, in the area, and we thought, maybe people would stay off the beach. It's definitely cold. It's cold out there, right?
Yeah, I'm a Maine native myself, so the cold doesn't bother me. But I'm an amateur astronomer, and what the mirror is I'm looking to use my camera here to get a good angle so that I can take some cool recording shots of the stars without having to crane my neck back and hurt myself. It's kind of an old amateur astronomy trick. And that's what the mirror is for. I understand it probably looks kind of strange, but that's what I'm doing. I got my GoPro camera, I got my mirror, and I'm just looking for some good footage.
Do you have any of the interpersonal stuff or any of the academic stuff that would be near astronomy? Otherwise, it would be like, you could use cop talk. I'd even give you bullshit.
I think I've got cop talk, actually.
Impersonate would be fine.
I'm gonna have to ask John to see if he's got any of my info, because I'll be goddamned if I have my sheet around right now.
I feel like it makes sense that you would probably have cop talk.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Find your sheet real quick. I don't know that I have it because we did it at Necro when I gave it to you. I don't know that I have a copy.
I'm pretty damn sure I have cop talk, though. That sounds right. I've got like intimidated. I've got cop talk. I've got that kind of stuff.
I think him driving cop talk probably makes sense because you figure he's got to get pulled over, he's got to go to a way station, he's got to do that kind of stuff.
Sure. He's like, "Oh wow, astronomy, eh? That sounds pretty cool. There's not a lot of lights around, so yeah, you can see a lot of stars here. It's pretty great. I come out and see them all the time. It's just like the whole nebulas and stuff."
Yeah, my favorite, especially being up around Maine, it's the same thing. There's not a lot of light up there. That's how I got into it. I first started just looking at the moon a lot because you can see all the craters. And actually, I used to look for UFOs and stuff when I was a kid, hoping I see some UFOs flying across the moon. But And then I got really more into the scientific kind of stuff. So yeah, I try and see the nebulas. I try and see the Crab Nebula. I try and see, you know, the Saturn's rings. But I don't have my telescope on me tonight, so I'm just looking for some cool. You know, you've seen that star footage where, you know, it looks like the big streaks going across the sky because you put it on, like, you know, the timer, and you know you can see all the exposure going across. That's kind of.
Oh yeah, like on Planet Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the, you know, Discovery Channel stuff.
You got it.
Oh, cool. Do you need any help setting up? I mean, I love this sort of stuff. If you need some help.
No, I'm good. I mean, hey, if you get bored later on, you can come find me again. I'm sure I could use, you know, a little bit of company, but no, I'm good right now. I'm just going to try and find a good setup. I'll probably, you know, jam the thing into the sand here and get a good angle, and, you know, just set my camera up on exposure.
All right. Well, normally I'd be a little worried about you, but you know, you're a pretty big dude, so I think you can probably handle yourself.
I don't. I'll let you in a little secret. I don't know if you guys up here in Canada are into the WWF.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, let's see if you remember this. And I go into some kind of classic like Bandana Jack, you know, kind of move, or like what, you know, whatever Bandana Jack would have.
He's like, no, you're not. You're not. Yeah.
And I go, I take the hair and I kind of put it back into like the, you know, I don't have a bandana, but I kind of put it like, you know, like it'd be a bandana.
He's like, oh God, like, look, you probably get this all the time. If I get out, I know it's Sandy. Can you give me a bandana hammer? Would you just give me a bandana hammer? If my friends would not, if I go to the poker game this week, they won't believe it.
Well, let's do this, because I don't want to be I don't want to be thrown in jail for disorderly conduct. So how do we do this? I'd be happy. You want to take a picture? We'll pretend. I'll kind of pretend like I'm coming down with a hammer. You know.
Oh, yeah, let me get out. I gotta get out of it. I gotta get out for this. I gotta get out for this. He gets out. He's all excited. He gets his cell phone out. He's like, I don't have a selfie stick, but we'll get it. He kind of reaches his arm out. He's ready for the photo.
So I start coming down, kind of, and I freeze with the hammer move.
He takes like a bunch of pictures just to make sure he gets it. Flash is going off. You can't see anything. It's just flash, flash, flash. He's like, oh yeah, this is going to give me some serious street cred.
Hey, well, look, buddy, you know, I know I'm kind of retired, but you know, I always love running into fans of the hammer fans, and you know, and if you get bored out here, I'm gonna be out here, you know, for a couple more hours doing my astronomy. I just drive trucks for a living now, so I'm just up here on a run. But it was really nice meeting you, buddy.
All right. Well, yeah. All right. I'll see you around. You gotta make the rounds, right? But you take care, eh? And you know, be careful. Hope you get some good shots. But you know, dangerous, right? It's been kind of dangerous, so keep it together.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that, you know, especially up at the Harbor Inn. Like, what's been going on?
I mean, it's been pretty weird. There's people showing up missing. Well, they are showing up, and then, oh boy, it looked real weird. I mean, they're weird looking, and they end up, you know, splotches all over them. You know, there's a young girl. There was older gentlemen. Just too sad. Too many friends. Everyone here's friends, and you know, that's what seems to happen now. You never know with this world, but I'm gonna catch them. Trust me. I'll get the guy.
You think it's a perpetrator? They're not offing themselves. It's someone killing them.
I mean, I don't know a lot of people that would kill themselves that way, right? I mean, who's gonna kill themselves with, I don't know, hook scrapes?
Wow. Well, you know what? Geez, I'll definitely be careful out here. You know, I didn't know that. You know, I'm not too worried. I'll take care of myself, but I'll definitely keep an eye open now. So I appreciate you telling me that.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out. Don't let anyone strange approach. I'll make sure I come out and check on you again.
Well, thanks. You know, I'm up here with a couple of buddies at the inn. You know, they're also big astronomy fans too. That's kind of how we hooked up at the company. You know, and they'll probably be out here after me. We're kind of going in shifts a little bit tonight. You know, so I just don't want you to don't worry if you see a couple guys. If you see, you know, you see one guy, he's a little hefty, and I got another guy. He's a little skinny Irish guy. You know, so we're not troublemakers. We're just out here with our mirror trying to get some good footage. But you know, we can't be out here all night. We're taking shifts.
All right, I totally understand. I'll keep an eye out on them too. Trust me. When I'm making my rounds, I'll stop by, see what they're up to.
I appreciate it because those guys, they don't know how to do the bandana hammer slammer like I can.
Oh, that's it. That's the stuff. All right, I'm gonna go before I swoon too much. All right. Well, you keep safe. I'll keep your friends safe. I'm gonna go show all the guys at the station real quick.
Awesome, buddy. All right. I'll catch you later.
All right. Good luck. Good luck with that astronomy and your nebulas and things. He rolls the window up, drives off. Yeah, we'll say it's a different cop. I did not remember what conversation you had with McElroy, so I also did not remember his accent. So we're going to say that's a different cop.
Okay. Yeah, he read us the riot act when we came back from the general store, so he saw all three of us.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll say that was the deputy sheriff, whatever.
Makes sense.
Second in command. I mean, that's a shit shift, so obviously the main sheriff's not going to be doing that. He doesn't have to. Back to the Harbor Inn. You guys finish washing the dishes. It takes a little while, and by the time you get finished, you look in on the kind of the sitting room, fire's going. You see Hamish kind of passed out in a chair with a blanket over him, and Mrs. Garrison has sort of a tray with tea and like a nightgown, and she's kind of like, shh, he's sleeping.
So he just kind of like nods his head and he like waves her over.
Yeah, she comes over. She's kind of like nods into the dining room.
I'm so sorry. I thought that this would have turned out differently. Maybe I didn't.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. I don't know. He drinks a little too much sometimes, so I'm used to it. I got him after we started playing. He started getting tired, so I covered him up, made myself a cup of tea, and hopefully in the morning maybe I can get him to start with some tea or coffee and stay off the Guinness.
I think that's a pretty tall order. I mean, he might have some coffee to take the edge off, but I think the next thing he has is probably a Guinness.
We'll see. He seemed quite gentlemanly after he started sobering up a little after a game or two.
Oh, well, all right, that's good, I guess.
Maybe he just has to have someone to distract him from all the booze.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. I don't think most people really talk to him. I think he just kind of talks at them and they just sort of nod and move along. So maybe, maybe you just need someone to listen.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if I can listen that much. He's a talker.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I can have a bit of tea, and I'll make sure he doesn't go anywhere this evening. So hope you boys are in for the evening too, because it's cold out there and it's pretty late. So there's nothing but trouble out there.
Yeah, for sure. We cleaned up everything. We didn't put everything away. We weren't sure where everything went, so we kind of just left stuff out. But dinner was amazing. I wish Jack would have been here, but he had the bug up his butt. He wanted to get out and clear his head and do some walking around.
You can't tell a young man what to do. Well, or an old man. Let's just go with you can't tell a man what to do.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
Well, I hope you made him a plate.
I just look at Randy.
I took care of it.
You're such
he ate the plate.
I did not eat the plate.
I hope you didn't.
No, I'm not that mean.
I mean, there are
I
some
know what a
other
good meal can do.
For your Fred, but it's not going to be as good as that meal. That might be the best meal he'll have till Thanksgiving. Or, well, our Thanksgiving already happened. It's different than the American one. I think it's before. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Someone email John and yell at him for my unknowledge of Canadian holidays. American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Erin's like, every meal that Randy has is his best meal.
I can tell. And she kind of like gives him like a nod to the stomach, like, he seems to like to eat. All right, well, I'm going to go to bed, and you stay out of trouble, and let me know. I'll be up in the morning to see. Is tomorrow your last day? It's scheduled for your last day, but
I'm not sure. If not tomorrow, then probably the next day.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I go to the store, make sure we're all stocked up, and if you want any special requests, just leave me a note on the table.
All right, thank you.
All right, good. Have a good evening, boys.
You too.
And then
Thank you.
Kind of heads off to her bedroom with a teapot, that sort of stuff.
Erin, I think you did it. I
think
she's
so?
warming up. I think so. You're going to make me eat my words, and I can't believe it. She thinks she can fix him.
Wow, they all think that, right? I mean...
Yeah, nobody can fix you, that's for sure.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I'm just giving you shit.
God damn, you're a salty motherfucker these days, Randy.
Hey, man. Things are looking up, except for the fact that we got to stay here for way too long.
By that point, Jack comes back in. It's right around 10 o'clock.
Hey guys, I didn't see a goddamn thing except for a cop.
Well, hey,
McElroy?
No, some young guy. And it's all good though. I did the whole astronomy shtick, and he was a WWF fan, so he recognized me, and so it's all good. So we got I told the guy that one of you guys or both of you would probably be out there later tonight, and he thinks we're all astronomy geeks. So
well, he must not be that big of a WWE fan, because that's what it is now. But no, well, nothing happened, huh? That's good, right? We didn't want anything to happen, right?
True.
So far, so good. I mean, I saw the whole. Pretty much the whole lay of the land out there.
Yeah, does that mean something? Does that mean that we're doing something?
I don't know. I didn't see anything coming out of the water. I didn't hear anything. No screams, no blood curdling, horrific screams, or
That's good.
But goddamn, I'm hungry. Did you guys save me some fucking food?
Yes, Erin wasn't thinking about you, so I saved you a plate of food. Here you go.
He just throws his hands up like, what the fuck?
He just keeps throwing Erin under the bus because he can.
God damn, it was really good, Jack. It's in the warmer. Did you put it in the warmer?
Yeah, it's in the warmer.
All right, cool.
I'll grab it.
Oh,
He
man.
brings it back.
So who's which one of you guys is up next?
I think Randy
like
was
I
going
am.
to go, right? Because he wanted to get that extra sleep in.
Yep. Yeah, I'm good to go. I got a full belly. I'll be up all night.
Yeah,
Well, at least for the few hours that I'm out.
You want to take some of that coffee with you?
Yeah, definitely. I gotta take some of that birds with me, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to make it the whole time.
Nice. All right, cool.
Well, I left the mirror in the truck. Well, you gonna be able to walk there, okay, Randy? Here's the problem.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can drive
It'll
the truck.
be fine. Hey, I've been working out. It'll be fine.
You don't mind carrying the mirror?
Nah, it's a mirror.
Yeah.
How heavy can a mirror be? I mean,
Oh,
it's just
not
a
heavy.
wall mirror.
Because I forgot. I mean, you can't really drive that truck, so. But it's not too far. It's probably only like what, half a mile. I was only sitting in the truck pretty much. I was walking most of the time, so it's only about half a mile. But yeah, beer's in the truck. You can go grab it. I'm gonna give you the knife and the GoPro, and there you go.
Cool. All right. Well, get some rest if you can. If you guys want to. I mean, just make sure you have your phones near, just in case. And I'm out of here.
All right, man. Just be safe.
I will.
All right. So, what are the people staying behind doing? Are you trying to sleep?
Before that, so Randy goes and I guess they're like walking. I guess Erin goes with Jack to the kitchen so he's not eating by himself. And he's like, I forget that you're like a famous dude. Like, you're always coming in, you're like, the guy at Donut Shop is a wrestling fan, or the cop is a wrestling fan. And I'm like, you're just like, you're Jack. You're like my fucking neighbor, like it's weird for me because I never like watch wrestling. So it's like, you're always telling me that you're talking to people and they recognize you. It just throws me off.
Yeah, it's weird, man. You find that it's like 30% of people love you, 30% of people hate you, and 30% of people don't give a fuck. They don't know who you are,
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on certain areas too. Not everyone's a wrestling fan. You go to some of these, hoity-toity areas, Washington D.C., Manhattan. These people don't fucking know about WWF, WWE. They don't get it. But you come up places like this, or Wisconsin, Alaska, Buffalo, all these. They do. People recognize me.
Is that because they don't have shit to do because it's cold like all the fucking time, so they just stay in and watch TV? Is that what you're saying?
No, you go down to Florida. The Floridians, they love it. I think it just has to do with I don't know. I think they don't have their heads up their asses, so they can actually enjoy it. And most people don't think it's real. Most people don't think it's real.
I mean, it's not really real. I mean, like you guys are throwing each other and shit, but I mean,
it's not. Listen, man, my buddy died because he committed suicide because he was supposed to duck.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's
He was supposed to because it's not real. He was supposed to duck, but he didn't do it.
Man, that's a fucking way to bring us down, man. Like that's fuck that. That's hardcore shit, man. How do you sleep? I don't know. It's not your fault. I'm not saying that. It's just fucked up.
No, you know, it still bothers me, but you know, it's like these people at the fucking Cirque du Soleil, right? You know, there's these motherfuckers that die because they're, you know, their rope breaks, or you know, they're you know, whatever the hell they do, their little toe breaks or something, and they fucking fall their death. I don't know how that works, but you know, it's entertainment, man. Accidents happen.
Yeah, man, that's true.
I'm learning to live with it better as I get older.
Shit. All right, well, fuck. I didn't mean to bring us way down.
Nah, you're not bringing us down, man. I mean, what do we got here? What do we got to eat? It looks like we got some mashed potatoes. We got some carrots.
Yeah, fucking pot roast, so good. Fresh butter, homemade
brisket
bread.
or something there.
Yeah. I'll if you want, I'll hang with you, and then I guess you know when you're done, I guess I'll go crash, right? Because I got like 4 hours.
That's great, man. As long as you don't talk about that guy that I fucking killed.
Don't do it. You're not like fucking Randy now.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Shit, I feel like I need a fucking beer now. Oh yeah.
All right. We're gonna go to Randy. What's Randy's plan for his patrol, whatever you want to call it?
God, I don't know. He'll probably just as he's walking, you know, kind of towards the beach. I think he'll just kind of like wander to places where he knows like there's, you know, more people kind of hanging out. You know, kind of, you know, where, you know, the clootie could actually come and, you know, get a guy or something like that instead of, you know, maybe walking towards the beach so much, maybe walking, you know, kind of by it, but like more around like where if he sees any groups of people that are out or something like that.
Pretty much the only place you, like at this time of night, that there's like anyone collecting is the pub. There's also some like teenagers that hang out sort of in the parking lot of the pub, that, you know, like where teenagers hang out and bullshit and do that sort of thing, hoping that they get some free beer out of it, or, you know, it's at least a lively place and has a large parking lot. It's better than the general store that has, like, you know, no loitering signs everywhere. So did you want to be like, you're like outside, I'm guessing, like near that area? I mean, there's people obviously outside smoking, that sort of thing. There's a couple, I mean, it's freezing fucking cold, so like there's not that many people in the parking lot hanging out. There's a couple kids that are, you know, some of them are in their cars running. Some of them are outside talking for a little bit, smoking also.
Okay. Trying to think.
Decisions.
Yeah. So we decided that I can't drive the car, so I would be just walking.
Wait, you can't drive what car?
The Jack's truck or whatever.
You can, I thought. You can't.
Okay.
Physically can't drive it, or you shouldn't drive it? That's a different question. Physically.
Yeah. I'll at least, you know, I'll fake it. You know, it'll be like one of those things where I'm like, dirt, you know, just trying to.
I mean, you might be grinding the fuck out of some of those gears.
Yeah.
Transmission or the clutch, but I mean, if you burn the clutch out, that ain't my deal.
Yeah.
It's a semi. I don't think that there's a chance you're gonna fucking wrench it so hard that it shreds the gears in the transmission or anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I'll drive. Excuse me. I'll drive like not right up to it. Maybe I'll park on a side street or something like that. That's close.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of, you know, at first just kind of walk around like I'm going for a walk, and then, maybe eventually I'll pop in for a drink or something like that, and then pop back out, like just like quick,
Okay.
just so it doesn't look like I'm a creep, coming up on these cars with these kids sitting in their cars, fucking around or whatever. So
Okay. Sure. In that case, you probably wouldn't need to make any check for the cold at this point, because you're in the truck, you kind of hang out a little bit, you go inside a little bit, you come out. You're not really just standing out there, so it's cold, but not enough to like seriously affect you. By the time you do all that, I don't know, what are you gonna say, like hour and a half, kind of meander around a little bit.
Yep.
11:30, the bar, you kind of head out of the pub. There's, all the kids are pretty much gone at this point from the parking lot. There's like two people, kind of two just middle-aged dudes, look like fishermen types, smoking outside, kind of like doing the like, huddle, like bounce a little bit to try to stay warm. Inside the pub, there was maybe two people. It's pretty light at this point. So that's pretty much what you see. There's a couple cars in the lot, but not a ton of folks at this point anymore. Okay. Is there anything in particular you want to do or any place you want to go?
Maybe I'll walk more towards the beach or something like that. Just see if there's anything that, tends to be busting around, or if there's anybody like out and about, just stragglers out at night.
Okay. Give me a notice check.
Okay. Crap. What is it's sense trouble now, right?
The old one was
sense trouble.
It used to be sense trouble, now it's notice, so either one.
Notice.
Well, okay. I guess two separate ones, but you can use sense trouble. That's fine too. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. I'll spend one just to see.
Okay.
3.
As you're walking toward the beach, you kind of walk. You're looking around, trying to see if there's anyone straggling around, hanging out, doing whatever. You don't see anything until you hear kind of a sloshing sound.
Oh man, you get to see it? Oh, I'm jealous.
From your left, I rolled a die to see which shift. Sorry. And you hear this low, mournful wail coming from the left, near your left, kind of northeast, kind of where you are toward the cove on the beach. Give me a stability check.
Okay, so if I hear him, okay? So you're doing the
stability check is actually for his fearful howl.
Okay.
Which they usually do when they come out of the water and start coming up the beach. So you don't see it before it gets up onto the beach and howls.
Okay.
The sense trouble was to see if you would see it before it was out, and then you could have done something before it wailed.
Yep. But if I would have seen it, it could have been all over. You never know.
At that distance, you weren't looking into its eyes.
Oh, gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
Like, it's still far enough away. Now, that's a different question because it's up on the beach.
Well, I shouldn't have been an asshole before because I'm rolling terrible. I rolled a 2.
Okay. You take you lose 2 points of stability and a point of health as you feel this sort of unnatural fatigue. So when it howls, you kind of like it's disturbing to you, but also draining, like physically exhausting. It's still a good 30 yards away, 25 yards away, shambling kind of up the beach. You are kind of frozen for a second. It does see you standing there and starts kind of wandering your way.
Okay. Since I know that Jack gave me the stuff to kind of make it out here, if there was nobody around, I think I would have been carrying the stuff because I would have been close at least. But that's up to you. I'm not gonna if you think that's stupid and I wouldn't have been doing that, I won't do it. But
I mean, it's up to you. I'm perfectly fine if you left the pub and went to the cab of the truck before you went to the beach because it's parked close. So it wouldn't be unreasonable for you to do. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I mean, that's totally reasonable if you want to do that. It's up to you. If you want to say you didn't, that's okay. But I would totally allow if you left the pub and you wanted to go look, I would assume it's perfectly reasonable for you to go to the truck and get your shit if you were looking on the beach. I think that's fine.
Okay, sounds good. So I think at this point,
I guess this is the question though. What did you take? Yeah. Did you take the mirror? Did you take a crossbow? Yeah. Did you take
this is what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that as stupid as this sounds, I think I would have the mirror just leaning against the truck. It would look weird, but I would just have it anyway, just so it's close.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have taken it with me. I think I would have had the knife in my jacket and then the crossbow just kind of waiting in my jacket. In my jacket.
Sure. Yeah.
And so the first thing I do is I look down at my pocket, I pick out my phone, and I put both of them. I put them both in a conference call, send it right away, put it on speaker, and kind of try to jimmy it in my pocket to where they can kind of hear, the speaker where they can kind of hear me.
Sure.
But it's not falling in my pocket where they're not going to be able to hear anything.
Sure. Okay. You send the call. The thing is pretty slow. So at this point, it's not close to you at all. The time it takes you to do that, ring, 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 or whatever your goddamn dumb ringtone is going to be.
Actually, the Spider-Man theme song, because Randy's favorite superhero is Wolverine, but he does it to piss him off.
Okay, so you get da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Fuck. Randy, are you all right? He's wiping the sleep out of his eyes.
Yeah. Basically,
I feel like Jax is gonna be the just stock. Do.
For sure.
Whatever. I have the old school ringer telephone where it just sounds like something from 1978.
Oh, it sounds like a rotary phone. Bring.
Oh, it should totally be his fucking ring announcement. When he comes out into the ring during the thing, it's and now weighing in it, blah, blah, blah. Every time the phone rings.
No, I wouldn't do that.
So basically, Randy's he's here. He's by the beach. I've got him. I'm getting the crossbow. You guys need to get here. Back up. Run your asses. I'm sorry there's no truck. Run your ass. If you can.
So, Erin just, jumps out of bed, tries to throw some clothes on, fucking grabs a crossbow and grabs a coat.
I was sleeping in my clothes, anticipating this. So I'm ready to go. I just throw the boots on and I'm ready to go.
So I hear you clomp by then, I guess, as I'm pulling on my shoes and shit. And I'm hey, hold on.
And I'm and I can hear it too because I answered the phone. So I'm just okay, let's go. All
right. So he runs out, slams the door. I guess they run down the steps and out the front door and go try to find Randy. Randy, where are you at? Randy!
I'm I try to give him as best as I can. Like, you know where the bar is, just southeast of the bar. Shouldn't be that far away.
I said, can you put your flashlight on your phone on and like hold it up so we can see it?
I'm gonna be shooting a crossbow at a fucking monster right now. Don't have time for that.
I'm saying don't shoot the monster. Just get the fuck by the truck. Like, get away from the monster. Don't fucking get near it and try and shoot it.
Randy, fall back to the truck. Fall back to the truck. Fuck, where's the truck? Fuck.
Randy, do you have outdoor survival? I'm going to assume not. Outdoor survival. I'm going to guess not.
No, probably not. No.
Okay. I'm just checking. Otherwise, I need the other two to give me a sense, trouble, or notice check, because that's what you're going to have to do to see if you can get his directions correct.
I will spend 2.
If you had outdoor survival, they would just know. I
got 6 total.
Okay, you are 100% sure where he left the truck and where he is currently.
Okay.
Well, because I cannot handle this cell phone rolling. It's killing me. It's the funniest. You're just like I don't give a fuck. I'm just rolling this goddamn electronic dice. What did you get?
Wait, so if Erin's got it, do I have to do it too, or is it work together? Right. So.
I mean, for the story, you can do it, but even if you fail, he's gonna know. Unless you're going to argue with him which direction it is.
Well, I got a 6 anyway, so.
You guys are both 100% sure where he is because you know just by heart where your truck's going to be sitting. You have a connection. And Erin just has some innate ability to understand god-awful directions from Randy for however many times he's had to pick him up from something with terrible directions at night. So, you guys know where he is. It'll probably take you, a little bit of time to get there. It's not like it's a mile or anything. It's probably half a mile at best. Randy, what are you going to do, though, in the meantime?
Okay. So I rolled just to see because I actually decided to let the dice decide for me. So he actually looks at his crossbow, kind of looks at where the clootie is, looks at the crossbow again, and shakes his head and runs back to the truck.
Okay. If you do that, you don't have to make any checks. Currently, the clootie, it doesn't run per se that you can tell, at least if it's not engaged. So it is slowly shambling around town or toward the town, kind of up. Let's say if you're looking at Bay is kind of here, town is on this side, pub is at the north side, and you are kind of here near the pub. And then the guys are kind of down this way on the southwest side. They're coming this way. So you're going to the truck, which is pretty close. Anyway, go to YouTube, guys. It doesn't matter. He's going from northeast to southwest direction-ish. And you run. If you're running to the truck, by the time you get there, you don't see the clootie, for sure. It's out of sight. You've lost it in that manner. Well, you haven't lost it. You don't know if you've lost it. You don't see it. You've run farther than it could walk fast enough. And you get to the truck. You don't see Randy or Erin or Jack yet. I'm guessing they're still conference called. You didn't say you hung up. None of them said they hung up. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming we're yelling and he's yelling. Like, no, I'm running away, and we're like, where are you? We're converging on your position.
Yeah. Just because I don't know if they know where I'm at, I don't lay on it, but I just kind of do like a short burst of like the horn, just so they can kind of zone in on where I'm at.
Okay. You guys hear a horn fairly close, not like super close at the moment, but you definitely hear the horn honking of a semi. It's in the direction that you were pretty sure he said that the truck was parked.
Okay. Randy, we got you. Don't do that again. We're gonna wake everybody up. We'll be there in a minute.
I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to make sure that you guys got here before this thing killed something. We got to take care of it.
Yeah, we're coming. We're coming. Did you shoot it, or did you just run away?
Okay, listen.
No, I didn't. Did you shoot it? Is all I'm saying. I'm not like that.
Yeah. Well, let's listen. So I was trying to do the best that I can in the low light that we got here. Okay, the thing scared the ever-living shit out of me. Let's just be honest. Like, we can go and prepare for anything, thinking we're gonna be prepared for anything. But when this nasty thing makes this fucking howl sound, like literally, I'm glad I went to the bathroom before I left, because it probably would have. I would probably would have avoided everything if I wasn't prepared.
Dude, you sound so fucking calm. Is it? You see it?
I think I lost it. That's why I'm like, you guys got to get here. I mean, I'm trying to be calm because I don't want to like be nervous like somebody's gonna die, because then it'll happen.
Are you in? Did you close the doors?
Yeah, I'm in. I brought the mirror in too, well, no, I'm gonna leave it out. Never mind. I'm gonna leave it out, and then we can run. One of us can run with it too, just in case. I don't know. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, really.
We'll be there in a minute.
Okay, give me.
All right.
Randy, give me sense trouble or notice, everyone.
Okay. I'm just gonna let the dice do the talking this time. Nope.
Okay. You see Erin and Jack in the rearview mirror, and they are running toward you. And you're like, yes, they're here. Back up. They're probably 2 blocks away, running real fast. At that point, about a block, when they're about a block away, you're still like, yes. You hear the passenger window just smash. Give me a stability check.
Fuck you, Neil. All right, let's do this.
Well, you failed the test. You didn't see it coming.
I know. Son of a... One dice. Bye. Hold on. Other dice. See ya. Sorry, honey. Yeah. That's a
your
one.
wife? Don't do that.
No, I'm just throwing it at my bed, and it bounced off and almost hit her. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'm guessing you failed that.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 because I'm awesome.
Oof. You're going to take 3 stability loss as
Sweet.
you are. It's not even so much seeing it. You've seen it before, but the fact that you are like so hopeful that your friends are right there, and you're so like you just weren't paying attention, and all of a sudden it just like Hulk smashes into the passenger window, and it is loud to bust a window. It's like smash, and you look over and you're like, oh shit. As Jack and Erin see about a block away, they see a hairy, furry, ski-weedy type thing just smash, and you hear just glass shatter. Smash! And you kind of hear Randy yell a little bit, scream like, oh shit! And then that's what you're currently seeing.
Oh,
what is everyone doing? Let's do it in initiative order. So give me an initiative, which is just going to be like a straight roll.
2.
Hold on, let me get my app.
I rolled another 1, so bye. I have a lot of D6s apparently.
I know. How many?
Ah, that's at least 3. I got one more.
We need Jeremy to start rolling for you.
All right, I got a 5.
Okay, you go at the same time as the clootie. So you're going to go first. Jack, you are a block away. A block in this town is pretty small, so you can see it. It's probably a good 50 yards away. But you have your action. So what would you like to do? All it has done is smashed the window of your truck.
I am enraged that it just fucked with my truck. So I say, Erin, I go, get the bow and cover me, and I just fucking sprint, and I am just pissed, and I'm gonna go up, and I run to the thing, and I do a fucking flying fucking WWF fucking kick into the goddamn thing.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to need an athletics check to see if you can make it fast enough before it's able to react. That's going to be, I'm going to tell you, that's a 5 if you want to spend.
6.
Okay, you 1,000 per. The pure adrenaline that you feel.
Dude, the thing fucked my truck, dude. It fucking broke my truck, dude.
Yeah, from this piece of shit fucking going after your truck, you get superhuman speed just fucking going after it. So if you want, you're trying to drop kick it essentially, right?
I'm gonna jump and I'm good at that shit because I'm fucking WWF motherfucker.
So that's going to be a scuffling check, and in this case it's opposed. I'm not going to make it opposed because it's not scuffling. I'm going to say it's a scuffling check, but you have to hit a 4 or above. You can spend scuffling. I don't know if John wants to tell you if he does know how many points you have of that. At some point, we got to get a fucking character sheet.
He has one. I don't know where it is, but he has one.
Well, someone else has to make it and keep it because someone has to know how many points of scuffling he has to have scuffling. He's a wrestler. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm going to say you have 8 scuffling. For now, that's pretty high ish. So you can spend as many points as you want. You have to get a 4 or above to scuffle this thing.
I'm going to spend 2 points.
Okay. So you got to roll a 2 or better.
All right. Let me get my app.
It's killing me.
Sounds like one of those toys where it's like the ball clacker that goes back.
I know, right? It's like blowing my mind. It's killing me.
I got a 4.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Jack dead sprints, and he's a big dude. Fucking dead sprint, and then
he wants to play with his window toy.
Flat out drop kicks the ever loving shit out of this thing. Give me a 1d6 for damage, plus 1 for body, because that's 1d6 plus 1.
Wait, what do you want?
1d6 plus 1. Roll.
You have to roll your app again.
Get that app, baby. Get that app, baby.
You should call this episode Clickety Clack, John.
Yeah,
you should call it.
That's right.
Wait, okay, so what am I doing?
Clickety Clack.
You gotta roll a 1d6, add 1 to it.
1d6 and then 1?
Yep.
Okay, I got a 4, so I'm adding 1, so it's a 5.
Okay. You drop kick the thing, and it definitely, you feel a solid impact. I mean, you hit it straight up in the fucking chest. And it knocks it back several feet in front of sort of not in front of the truck, but like, 4 or 5 feet. It just fucking smashes back. And it is prone. And I'm going to say, because that's a massive hit, it's disoriented for a minute and loses its turn, because that is a full-on adult man who weighs a lot drop kicking something. Solid hit. That is definitely enough.
I should have given the bandana hammer, but it would have fucking taken it out too quickly, and it would have been fun for everybody.
That's right. I would have had to give you a +2 for the bandana hammer because it's just too much. So you gotta take it at least a little easy, give it a little bit of a chance. So it is on the ground, maybe 4, 5. It's probably 2 feet in front of the truck, but 5 feet from Jack. I mean, it's a big. The cab has there's the engine block and all that shit in front of the cab, unless it's a snub flat nose thing, which I doubt it is. So it has taken some damage, and it actually at this point seems kind of disoriented. Instead of losing its turn entirely, it does stand back up. It you see it on the ground, kind of and then it just very slowly stands back up, and that's its turn. I don't know who was next.
Me, had it too.
Okay.
So he's obviously we're running to engage, but he's pauses when Jack is fucking just a haul ass.
Yeah, you're running, and then all of a sudden it's he's just a fucking flash of light in front of you, and you're what the fuck is happening?
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, he just literally Usain Bolts you. You're I don't fucking understand what's happening. This man is the fastest man alive all of a sudden. And then drop kicks this thing into oblivion. It's still alive, but fucking full on drop kick.
So he would just redouble his efforts, I guess spend his full turn to get to the truck to be able to get a beat on it, because Randy's in the truck, Jack's near the thing, he's clearly not going to shoot from that far away, but he's dicking around as he's running, trying to get the stock out and pull the fucking thing back.
Yeah, if you want to spend your whole turn, you don't need to roll in athletics. If you want to take your whole turn to get to the back of the truck, the end of the block where the truck's parked, or you could roll in athletics and see if you get a chance to do more.
Yeah, if I have the opportunity, sure.
Yeah, you can get a super bolt. You can Usain Bolt this if you need to. You're oh shit, Randy.
Yeah. All right, I'll spend 2.
Okay.
It's a good thing I rolled a 4, or I got 4 total. 4 total.
Okay, that's enough. You sprint and you're able to make it to the truck and still have an action. That if you want an action.
Shit, yeah, I'll try to shoot it.
Okay. You draw the bow, kashink.
Would it be shooting, I guess? I mean, is it the same?
It'd be shooting. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It has a hit threshold of 4, so you got to hit a 4 to get it.
I'm going to spend 1.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I rolled a 1, so it's a 2. I hope there's no critical fail thing, right?
You're chunk as right by it into the sand.
Makes sense. Completely makes sense.
Yes, you really try, but yeah, did not make it. Randy.
Okay. So as all this is going on, he's just scared shitless at first. But then as Jack hits his patented two-leg I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good name for a kick, but as soon as he kicks him, for some reason he gets some inspiration because he's big into the WWE and big fan of Jack, even though he never has told him that ever. And so he gets some kind of beat of inspiration. So what he does is he's pretending like he's in The Walking Dead or something, and he grabs his crossbow, gets out of the car, kind of peeks around the corner at it, and kind of gets in a position to shoot it.
Okay. Are you going to fire this round? Because that's totally a fine free movement action. That's fine. It's pretty close, so you're going to get a +1 at this point alone.
Okay.
Still a 4 to hit. You're going to get a +1 because you're pretty point blank.
Yeah.
And it's just standing there. So
Okay. So question, just because I want to know.
Sure.
Where is it looking?
It's looking at Jack. 100%.
Okay.
Like,
So-
it got fucking devastated. And it's like, looks up like, what the fuck?
Yep. Okay. So as a thing before I do that, I yell at Jack and I say, "Don't look at it in its eyes."
Okay.
Okay.
And then I shoot.
Okay.
And then I shoot at it.
So I don't look.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot. I only have 1 in shooting, so I'm gonna save it just in case something else has to happen. So
Sure. And you get a +1,
goes-
so there's that.
Yeah,
so you got to
so-
roll a 3
yeah.
or better.
here goes nothing. I guess I've got a couple other D6s if I need them.
If you have to.
Ah, son of a bitch. That was a 2 with the 1 that I got.
Thunk.
My wife is staring at me as I'm throwing D6s
Yeah, she's
down.
so mad. She's like, "God damn this asshole!" You're like, you shoot, and it just goes like, it lurches a little bit as it hears it, and it just goes right by. So it's less disoriented now for sure. It's standing up. And it's a couple feet in front of the truck. That's you took a shot. Erin is at the back of the truck, took a shot. Jack is 4 or 5 feet away from it, and it's your turn. You are on the ground because you drop kicked it. And I don't know anyone that can drop kick someone and still be upright.
So I rush around and I grab the mirror because I don't have. I'm not ready with the armed, bow because I just kicked the shit out of it. So I roll and get up really quick, after Randy fucking misses it. That's kind of my opportunity to get up and
Sure.
I grab the mirror.
Okay. I have no idea which side the mirror is going to be on, but let's say that's pretty much your turn. If you want to if you're grabbing the mirror, like that would be your turn. You stand up and run to where the mirror is and grab it.
Yeah.
Okay. You do know which direction the clootie is in, so you could turn and face it. That's fine. I don't know what you're doing with the mirror.
Well, I was just gonna pretty much, pull the whole,
like use it as a shield.
I was gonna do the whole Perseus thing, yeah,
Sure. Okay. You grab the mirror. Let's say it's behind. It's on the side of the truck that you're on, back by the. I guess it doesn't have a cargo. It doesn't have its cargo on it, so it's sitting on the back or behind the cab against the back wheels. You grab it, turn around, face it at the clootie. The clootie at this point, it's gonna not know who to hit, so let's do a roll. It's going to turn, and it turns as you grab the mirror. It turns, starts walking toward Randy. At this point, Randy's looking in that direction, and it starts walking toward him and stares, using its empty-eyed gaze directly into Randy's eyes. So instead of attacking, it walks literally straight up to you and is like, its eyes are burning into your soul, and you have to make a stability test.
So you can spend points, but you lose those points either way,
Yes.
even if you pass.
And I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty of the test is. So it's a gamble.
Is there a temporary insanity kind of deal with this system? I forget.
Oh, there is. Actually, it's permanent insanity.
But is it like a certain amount? Okay, yeah, I didn't know if it was everything, if it was a couple of
if
points.
If you lose a certain amount, you typically require a mental illness, and in this case, there's a very specific one that you get.
Okay. Kurt, you're muted if you're talking.
Oh, was it my turn now?
Yes, you got to roll a stability test because the clootie, after you shot at it, Jack grabbed the mirror, put it up to the clootie. You don't know if that's what did it. You don't know what did it. All you know is the clootie turned and walked toward you, fixing its gaze directly into your eyes.
Of course it did.
So you need to do a stability test.
All right.
And you can spend stability to add to the roll, which you always lose.
I already roll it.
All right, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
All right. You are just resolved that this thing is not going to take you out. So it's staring you straight in the eyes as it's walking toward you, but you feel nothing. You are not at all disturbed. You are ready for this thing, and you are ready to take it out. And that is his turn.
It's cold. He's tired. This is bullshit. He's homesick.
Randy you, has had enough.
Yep.
He's got to say something cool, right? So, like, it's staring at him, and he just, like, fucking levels the crossbow. What do you say?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Schnick, schnick, you fucking Wolverine and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't think of anything clever now, of course. So it's not my turn. That was the Clootie's turn, right?
Correct. So it would be, I believe, Erin's one is next.
Yeah.
So I guess there's nothing that passes, right? Like he doesn't say anything or whatever. Like the Clootie just comes up on him, and I see them kind of like lock eyes. So I don't want to take the shot because I don't want to hit Randy.
At this point, you see it. So the truck is here. It got kicked to the front. Randy's over this way. It walked that way. You can't technically see it.
Oh, I can't even see it. Shit. All right.
You're behind the truck. So if you can move to see it, but again, then you'll kind of be like truck, you, it, Randy.
But Randy will be out of my line of sight then, right? So I'll be like at a 45 degree to it. So Randy's going to be here where I'm. Okay. Yeah. So he just runs up to the front of the truck. You know, he's got the crossbow kind of up like in a, rifle position. And as he like gets to the end, he kind of like dips his head around and he sees that it's moving in towards Randy. And then he just squeezes off a quick shot.
All right. Give me shooting.
Yep. I'm going to spend my other point.
4.
Oh, I got a 5.
All right. Who hit? Give me a 1d6 plus 1.
All right. 1d6 plus 1, another 5.
Is that 5 total or 5 plus 1?
Total, yeah.
All right. Oof. At this point, you fire and it hits pretty well center mass, like right in its back, kind of like
on the shoulder, kind of like underneath the.
Let's say it's more like mid body, so like above the kidney, but left of the spine, just kind of like in the middle of the back, like a straight on body hit. It's not on. It's not. Didn't do it. It didn't like turn to water or anything. It definitely like makes a low like as you hit it. But it is still up and moving before Randy has a chance to go. But you did hit a solid hit.
He just screams out, "Randy, shoot it! Shoot it!"
So I see this thing coming at me, and
I'm on that, Legolas. What?
yeah, and it peers into my eyes, and I peer it into his, and I don't feel anything like I should. Like, you know, like everything's supposed to be telling me I'm supposed to. You know, I feel nothing, and I look at it and I say, you know what? I'm gonna put Edward's face on yours, and I'm gonna shoot you right between your fucking eyes.
Man, you're totally waterboarding this guy.
All right.
I saw that last weekend. So it's a 4 to hit. You did not spend your shooting point. You still had that. So.
Yep, I'm gonna use it this time and hope for the best.
Okay.
That's a 4. Exactly.
That is enough to hit. You do a 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Okay. That is a 3.
Total or the
Total, correct.
You shoot it, and it's kind of in the hip on its other side from the other arrow. So it's right side, the other arrow thunked straight into its left kind of mass center torso. It makes a very kind of sound. It has not turned to water, though. It is still moving. And at this point, it is very close to Randy as Jack gets his turn to go. It does look very hurt.
I just want to test this hypothesis of the mirror.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
If it's really close to Randy, I want to get
if the truck is kind of this way, Randy is at the front driver's side of the cab. It's kind of in the center. Erin is now kind of 45 degrees. He's over to the passenger side, a little ways off, enough to hit the clootie without hitting Randy. And you are kind of in the back, right by the back tires on the passenger side of the cab or of the vehicle. So you would run sort of around the passenger side is the most correct path to get to the clootie.
Yeah, I want to get Randy out of there. In other words, I want to get between Randy and the creature with my mirror.
If you button hook around the backside, you're showing the mirror to it without having it to make it turn around. You know what I mean? Like if you run up the side that I'm on, its back is to us.
Yeah.
If you run around the bottom with the mirror in front of you, it's already looking in that direction. If it's going to work.
Yeah.
In which case you'll have to use an athletics check. Well, no, if you're not making any attack at all, you could use your two, basically a movement and an attack action to.
Yeah, I don't see myself attacking it. I got to see if we can just get it to look at itself to see what the fuck happens.
Okay.
So
you run around. Okay, go ahead. Describe it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, so I run around, and I'm yelling, Randy, get out of there, get out of there. And I'm coming at the thing, and I'm just kind of peeking around the mirror so I can see fine. But he's not going to look at me because if I see him turn, I'm just going to duck behind the mirror and shit. So, so I'm just coming at it, yelling for Randy to move, get out of there, and I get right in front of the fucking thing with the mirror in front of myself.
Okay. So you superimpose yourself between Randy and the clootie with the mirror. The clootie just happens to have its turn. It is going to take its hooks and try to. So you don't see anything it doesn't seem to be affected. So it doesn't, you don't seem to see the mirror doing anything per se. At this point, the clootie takes its claw or hooks and takes a swipe at Jack. And in this case, it's going to be a scuffling attack. In this case, it's going to be scuffling versus scuffling. I just don't know how many. I guess we said Jack had 8.
He had 8. He spent 2.
Okay, so you have 6. And basically, it's going to go it's going to go you. Or no, it's going to go it, you until someone fails at scuffling. What is Jack's athletics?
I think he had a 10. I thought his hit was 5. Like, I think his was really high.
4. It'd be 4. There's 3 or 4. It's either 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Oh, okay, then it's 4. Then maybe he got 8. Yeah, to make it 4.
Even 10 would make it 4. Anyway, okay, so he's got 4. It's going to spend 3 and automatically succeed on the first one.
So you can spend your points to pad your roll, or you can just roll. So if you fail, then it hits you straight away.
Correct.
And how many points do I have?
You have 6. So if you spend 2, it's 4. You meet it, so you go again.
No, if you spend its hit threshold is 4, so he has to hit a 4. So he'd have to spend 3 to guarantee a hit.
Oh, 3 to guarantee. Yeah.
So if I spend 2 and roll, what do I have to get?
A 1 or 2 or higher. You have to hit a 2 or higher.
Oh yeah, okay, then I'll do that. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to spend the 2. Dude, this is the best dice ever. I got a 5 again.
So 7.
Okay. So it's going to go back to the clootie. It's going to spend another 3 to automatically succeed.
Fuck.
It's got a lot of scuffling, guys. So.
If it's got a lot of scuffling, maybe you want to spend 1. I don't want to spend your points for you. You got 4 left. If it's got a fuck ton, you've got 4 left.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend 1. Oh.
You gotta get a 3 or better on a 1.
Why did it stop?
Oh my god.
What?
Well, we don't want Randy to roll dice for you, that's for sure.
Oh, here we go. I got a 3. So right. Plus my that's 1 is 4, I guess, right?
Yep, that's enough. Balls. What will it do? What will it do? So you guys are in quite a tangle. And it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. It's going to do another 3 points. And it's going to succeed. It's got enough left. It's got enough left.
You got 3 left, Jack.
I'm going to spend 1. Ooh, 6.
Nice.
All right. You guys are going tit for tat. Spends another 3 and succeeds.
Fuck.
Kind of got.
Okay, how many do I got left now?
You have 2 left.
Okay, I'm not going to spend this time.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
3.
Ah.
All right. So it hooks. So its hooks rake across your belly, but you don't feel physical pain. makes your just mind hurt. And it makes you lose. Oh, Jesus. 9 stability.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
And when it does so, it rakes across Jack's bowels, just right across his stomach. And as it does it, Jack starts wavering a little, and the arrows pop out of it. And it seems to heal and seem physically stronger.
Oh, fuck.
Now it's Erin's turn. But Jack is definitely in trouble.
Yeah, before he does this thing, is he crazy at this point? Like, does he take an immediate, it's like a Call of Cthulhu thing, like if you lose 5 at one time or 20%?
Great question. Let me double check real quick. You're going to have to do some editing. I apologize.
Well, I figure that's really important. So.
Hey, John, why don't you not suggest those things and just let it not happen? How about that? Does he die because you take so much and then he's dead, right? Game over.
Also, by the way, unfortunately, you cannot regain that stability through the shrink ability. Not that matters too much, but if someone had shrink, they are not allowed. It is the only way you can gain it back is through your sources of stability.
Beavis and Butthead comics?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. No, I think it's actually based on your total stability. So are you at negative? You're not at negative, right?
I should be at normal stability.
I don't, again, we don't have a sheet. I'm going to say he's probably got somewhere between 10 and 15 stability. So I don't pick a number. I don't know. I have 13.
Yeah, I had 13.
Yeah,
I have 14.
I don't think I'd be negative at this point.
Okay, you're definitely not negative. He'd probably have between 10 and 13 then, for sure. Someone has to make a character sheet, period, between now and the next game, or else he fails every test and will die. Period. There has to be a character sheet.
Yeah. Brett, do you know where your sheet is?
Well, I had a lot of problems here in this room over the last few months, so I do not.
I have a lot of problems in this room. I feel like there's some weird haunted poltergeist.
It's a long story.
It's fine. I'm just fucking with you. But we need a character sheet.
The only problem is I don't know how much total XP we've gotten since character creation. So Neil, if you have notes for that, I can still rebuild the sheet. But if you have no idea how much XP, I don't.
Jesus. You're really asking a lot of me there, John.
Well,
if you're asking him for his sheet, you should know the XP. Come on now.
Nah, you got to start at the beginning then. No, I don't know. I would say you've gotten.
It hasn't been a ton because this is only our 3rd mission.
Oh God, it's something like 7, I think.
Okay,
5. It's between 5 and 7 for sure, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I would say give him 5 extra because that's the penalty for not having a sheet. I also don't know what you guys have spent. I probably should have written that down. Sure, lesson learned for me, but you can't just take unlimited.
If I complete this quest, can I win those XP?
That's the worst pun of all time. You might just die because of that pun. I'm sorry. That's Oh, so bad. Randy might kill you for that.
I don't know. I think I get bonus points for that pun.
Anywho, I would say he's at 1 stability at this point. I'm going to say 1. I'm going to say at 10 until it's rebuilt. I'm going to say he gets 5. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have spent your XP is the other thing. Like, have Randy and Erin spent your XP?
I have a note for 2, which might have been maybe not from last session, but the session before that I think I still have, but everything else I spent.
Like, I'm not sure I gave you much last time, but
No,
I
think you only gave us like 2 last time. It wasn't much.
I feel like I usually only give 1 or 2 because you get escalated a lot. So I think overall it might be 7. But I don't want to make him more John, can you add up your characters if you remake it and see if it's not more than 7, just make it 7.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to go through and dig through it because I
you should know how many you have from a base character and add that. I don't want to be a dick, but if you're rebuilding it, I don't know who's rebuilding it.
It's probably me.
But there has to be a character sheet, and I have to see it before the next game, or else we're not playing. I'll make that rule. It's not even you die or you fail all rolls. There is no game until everyone has an actual character. We can't not have characters, guys. I can't just make shit up, and then it's just faking things. But for now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say you have at least 10 for sure, but you're at 1 stability. As the thing basically shreds your mind. But then it would be Erin's turn. We got to finish this night at least.
Fuck. So I guess Erin sees Jack charge around the truck and just like tussling with the thing. He tries to give it the banana hammer, and fucking throws him around and slashes him. And like, I guess you like shudder, right? Because physically, like, I guess like you freeze as it tries to gut you, but it doesn't open you up.
Yeah, it looks like it rakes across him, but nothing happens. It's like an ethereal. It's like it like a ghost. You would almost think shreds through him. Yeah, but nothing happens physically. But you do notice he like woozy a little bit, like whoa, as it swipes through.
I think so he just yells to Randy, he's like, "Get Jack, let's go. And then he tries to shoot it before Randy runs with Jack, hopefully.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I have nothing else to spend, so here we go. Roll the 3. Missed.
All right. Thunk, nothing. Right into the sand. Randy.
He's freaked out a little bit now.
Jack's in front of you. The thing just swiped at him. You saw it go through him. Physical metal hooks pass straight through him as he wavers.
Okay, so Erin's telling me to grab him. He's a big rustler, and I'm getting better. So I'm trying to think of like grabbing him would be even a thing that I could do.
Well, I mean, if he's not crazy, you just say, "Come on, let's go." Like, put an arm on his shoulder, push him, and you guys run. Like, you don't have to like pick him up and move him, I'm assuming.
He does not seem, from what you can tell, he doesn't seem catatonic or anything. He just shuddered and was like, ooh, ooh. But he's still awake. He's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see his face, but he's still standing there with the mirror.
Okay. All right. So I basically, I'm gonna try to attempt to kind of almost like I'm gonna throw a shoulder into him to kind of jostle him, just in case, like he, is so, kind of thrown off that he doesn't want to go, and at the same time, hopefully get the mirror to just kind of fall at the clootie, just as a small diversion before we go. And I'm just having us take off from where we're at, because we're too close to the truck. We're not going to be able to get in the truck and get out. So.
Okay, so if you're going to do that, that's going to be a scuffling test against Jack. He can't spend points, but he does have to roll.
Okay.
So Jack would roll scuffling first, because he should be at disadvantage at this point. So if you can't spend points, you have to hit 3 or better, essentially.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay, he succeeded, Randy.
Okay.
You have to succeed so that he has to roll again, essentially. Or it fails.
Yeah. Okay, I'll spend 1 on trying to give him the shoulder, which seems odd.
He doesn't know you're doing it.
Yeah, I know. That's a 6.
All right,
together.
That succeeds. Go ahead, Jack. Roll another straight up. No additions.
One.
He fails. You run into him, and you feel some resistance to start, and then you just push him again. And he drops the mirror, and throws it. The mirror drops and kind of bangs into the clootie.
Nice. Yeah,
And
I'm basically like, Jack, we gotta go. I'm basically just trying to get him to come with me.
Okay, at that point, you can pull him back. You pull him back a few feet, so he's not directly engaged with the clootie. And he hears you, and you have sort of jostled him. He seems coherent enough. It's now Jack's turn. So Randy has just run up behind you, and you feel him have pushed, kind of shoved you so that you kind of drop the mirror. It kind of falls into the clootie, and he started kind of pulling you backwards toward the toward the trucks and a driver's side, front / doorway / side.
Well, I realize, maybe as fucked up in the head as I am right now, I do realize that we just got to get the hell out of there. So I'm not going to try and attack or anything. I'm just going to go. We're just going to run.
Okay. Are you going to run, or are you getting in the truck, or are you?
No, I don't think there's time to get in the truck and drive. We just got to get away from the thing.
If you run, you start running. Just you run.
Yeah, we're running, towards where Erin is and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you would run a little bit past. At this point, the thing is pretty slow. The question is, well, okay. If Jack runs, Jack is getting away. For now, it's not going to run. It doesn't run. It will. Its turn is next, and it is going to attack Randy. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
You don't know that, though. So you don't know that. So you ran.
Oh,
You
okay.
ran toward the back of the truck. So you're running. At this point, it lurches forward and takes a swipe at Randy. It's going to use scuffling. Is your hit threshold 3? Yeah, your athletics can't be 8 or higher, right?
It is. I have it.
What?
He upgraded, I think, after the montage.
Oh, really? Your athletics is 8 or higher?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. He fought off like 4 guys in this
It
game.
doesn't care. It's going to spend 3 more scuffling. It
Fuck,
succeeds.
how much conflict does this thing have?
A lot. A a lot. And Randy's up, scuffling. It's got to beat a 4. You got to hit a 4 or better.
Okay. I'll spend 1.
Okay.
That is a 5 total.
All right. It's going to spend another 3 scuffling to succeed.
Of course it is, you bastard. All right, I'm going to spend another 1. That's another 5 total.
All right. It takes its swipe again, and it gets a 6.
Of course it does. Rat bastard. All right, I'm going to spend another 1. It's another 5.
All right. And it's going to take a swipe, and it does another 6.
Ah, come on. I'm running out of scuffling. 1 more. That's a 7.
All right. It gets a 4. So that's you're up. By the way, it's no longer spending, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting really low now, so I was actually gonna stop. So now that you said that, I'm definitely gonna stop and hope for the best. But of course, now that I say that, I'll roll a 1 because that's just how life works. Oh, I got a 5. Woohoo!
Nice.
All right, it goes again. It's got a 4.
I want to kill this thing, and
Online rollers are really killing you. This is the D&D
I know,
rollers.
right? I know. I got a 4.
Oof. 1. It misses.
Nice.
Finally, as
Eat
you're
it, clootie.
struggling with it, it gets off balance and it gets off balance, tries to swing, and you're totally disengaged from it. It's now Erin's turn.
As they're getting away, then I guess I probably take a pot shot since I'm not close to it.
Sure.
How many arrows do you want to say that we have? I think I took 3.
I mean, you'd have
shots.
I think minimum 6. I think you would have 3 and 3 for sure. Like
Okay.
even in most crossbows, like if you have even like not an auto loader, but like they have like the 3 and 3 cartridge. I would say 6 for a fold out.
Okay, I will shoot again. I have nothing to spend, so here's open. Got a 4.
That's a hit. Give me damage +1.
Fuck, 3.
All right. It thunks in to its thigh. Seems like it hurt it a little, but not enough to stop it.
Okay, he'll. I mean, if I have the action to do it, if it's not a pre-shoot thing, he'll start to crank up another arrow.
Yeah, you can totally reload.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to plink while they're running. And
Yeah.
then it turns to him. He's gonna fuck it
Yeah,
off.
it hasn't done anything yet to you at all. So, Randy, you are right next to it after having a very, very prolonged tussle with it. But luckily, it did nothing to you.
Yeah, I am not going to mess with this thing because obviously it's a losing battle. So I'm going to just haul ass.
Okay. Give me a fleeing check at 3, just to make sure you don't totally fail.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 just for shits and giggles.
Sure.
Just because I don't want to get caught again. That's a 4 total.
You fucking take off. You start running. You're behind Jack by a little bit, but you get away from it for sure.
Nice.
It's then Jack's turn. And you have run kind of past the back of the truck.
I mean, how out of it am I?
You're not out of it. You're totally fine as far as mental state. You feel mentally exhausted, but you are not at all affected. Like, you're not crazy or anything. You have to be in negatives to lose any real benefit. So you are still totally sane and totally functional, but tired, essentially.
Okay. I have my crossbow, so since I'm far enough away that's not going to physically get me, I want to shoot at it.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to do it kind of like with my eyes closed because I don't want it to look at me. So like it's like I'm going to turn enough so I can quickly see it, but then I'm going to shut my eyes and fucking shoot at it.
All right, that's going to be a -1 to your shot if you're going to purposely not look at it.
Okay, so I got to spin.
You can either spend shooting in order to make up for that, or you do roll -1 if you don't spend. I don't know what your shooting was, but I know you had shooting.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 2.
Okay. So you got to get 4 or better. So you got to roll a 3. What's that? 2 or better? Is that right? No, -1. So 3 or better.
I got 6.
All right, you hit it. Give me a 1d6 plus 1 damage. You got to keep that dice app going. You got to give me a 1d6 roll plus 1.
So whatever I get is, and then I add 1 to it?
Yep.
I got a 4, so I'm adding 1 to 5.
Okay. Thunk as it hits it in the upper shoulder. It's like thunk right into it, the top of his chest. It's like kind of like tries to hit a little bit with its claws, but it can't really make it. At this point, it's the clootie's turn. It's going to turn to Erin and move toward him. And while it's moving toward him, you are shooting at it. It's going to stare. So it gives you its gaze, and you must make a stability test.
All right. This scares me because I have to roll dice. I guess I'll spend 1.
Okay.
Rolled a 4, so 5 total.
All right. You just lose the 1. It's moving toward you, staring you down. You steel yourself to its gaze as it walks closer toward you. It is now your turn.
I will shoot it, hopefully. And
wow. Balls out.
Well, so how close is it? Like, can I shoot and then
close.
run? Or it's,
it's close? You can. It's close, but you can shoot and run if you make your fleeing test.
Fuck. When you say it like that.
Just saying, you got to make a test if it's up on you enough. You got to disengage. But you can shoot. Point blank, so you get a +1.
He does not believe in you.
Thank God I rolled the 3, so that's 4.
You hit it. Give me a damage +1.
All right. Fuck. 2.
2, yeah. All right.
Run like a motherfucker.
You fire, and it seems like crossbow misfired a little bit because it hits against it, but you see the arrow hit against its skin and fur and then dangle and fall away.
He's trying not to think about it. He's just turning to try to run.
All right, give me a fleeing, and you need to hit a 3 or better.
A 3 or better. I will spend 2.
All right, you win.
Well, I got a 6. I don't know if degrees matter.
It doesn't, but you flee. Okay. You fire. You do notice that your last shot kind of just plinked it and fell off, and then you start tearing ass. And then it's Randy's turn.
Anyway.
So now, at this point, all of you are away from it. You are all behind the truck cab, and it is kind of up into the passenger side. It's right in front of the passenger door, a little above it toward the engine. And the rest of you are like behind the back wheels of the truck.
I would just be like, I would just shout like, "Get to the bar," and then just start taking off.
Go, go, go!
Although, okay, at this point, actually, the bar is toward it. You would want to go south toward the inn if you wanted.
All right. Well, then I would say let's run to the inn. Then I'd say to the inn and just fucking book it.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So you don't need to make any roll if you want to run that direction. You can run all the way there if you don't stop.
Yeah.
Look or dick around. You make it, and it does not do anything to you.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like if I have an arrow left, it would stop at some point and shoot again. Like, it's taken a shit ton of damage. Like,
Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out how many friggin' shots I have left, because it's either one or none.
One. You have one.
One left?
Yeah.
I'll fucking do it. So we run like...
Well, Randy runs.
Yep.
Then it's Jack's turn. I don't know what Jack's doing. He was fleeing. Randy has started just running back, and he said, "Get back to the harbor inn."
Yeah, I just want to get out of there at this point.
Okay, so you're going back to the inn. You're fleeing with Randy.
Yes.
Okay, you run with Randy. You guys are going. The clootie starts stumbling slowly toward Erin, but it does not make it close. Although you are looking, so it does get one more stability attack against you with its gaze.
All right, I will spend one more.
If you're going to fire at it, you're going to have to take another.
Fuck, I rolled a 1, so it's 2.
You lose. Oh, did you spend one?
I spent 1, yeah.
You lose the 1 and you lose another 4.
Oof. All right.
As it starts shaking you to your core, then what are you going to do?
I think he thinks better of it than just this is like, fuck no, it's not worth it. It just.
And you have no arrows left, so you have no arrows left.
I thought I had 1.
That's right. You have 1 left. You did get shaken by it, but you're not like affected. So it is your turn. So if you want to fire, you can.
Fuck it. He'll shoot then. He'll shoot and run.
Sure.
He's like, no, fuck you. I rolled a 6.
All right. Damage +1.
Now roll another 6.
I did. Fuck yeah. 7 points.
Nice. I called it. It's all me. I did it.
All right. So you did 7 points of damage?
Yes. Rolled 2 6s.
Puddle of water. Puddle of water. Puddle of water. Fuck that thing.
You are fucking shaken to a large degree.
But not
But
stirred.
somehow your arrow aims true straight into his chest as it bursts into a puddle of water that slowly starts seeping toward the ocean.
He fucking like just starts jumping up and down. He's like, yeah, fuck you, that's right, get the fuck out of here.
It had armor against scuffling and shooting, by the way. You just happen to defeat that by enough. Also, it regains health if it does the soul scratch. And if when Jack looks, the next time he looks, when he takes his shirt off, there are huge patches of red welts on your stomach where it raked against you ethereally, which was seen with some of the victims. But Erin fucking fires an arrow straight into his chest, and it bursts into the water.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. And then he's like, oh fuck, and he starts looking around to see if like anybody's coming.
No one is like the other two are running. You see them pretty far off running.
So he does that slow like movie trot where he like looks back at it and he like starts jogging away with like looks over his shoulder, goes to catch up to them. He's like, did you guys see that? I fucking it popped. I fucking shot it and bam, fucking popped. Let's go back to the water.
Yeah,
I just fucking killed it. I mean, killed it like it's gonna come back tomorrow, but I mean, fuck yeah, it's gone.
Nice job.
Yeah, he goes in for the high five.
I guess I'm not sure how good I feel or not.
Functionally, you're fine.
Okay.
You're just exhausted.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess I'm enthusiastic then, and I return the high five. And, give him the bro hug.
All right. So we're good for tonight. It's not coming back. We should probably let's go back and I need a fucking drink for sure. And then we should probably fucking crash, right? Because it's like second shift, so it's what, like?
Oh, it's like
1 o'clock,
midnight
2
or
o'clock?
later. It's after midnight for sure. By the time everything happened, yeah.
So like now he's like bent over, like hands on knees. Now he's like now it's hitting him, Like we all just got fucked up, like, and he's like, man, you feel like she was like in there fucking staring with those fucking beady eyes. Like he's doing all the hand motions and shit.
Which is not great for Jack since he got mind raked. Not raped, raked. It's actually called spirit gouge, so you got spirit gouged.
Well, luckily for Jack, because he killed his friend in the ring, he's not unacquainted with spirit gouging.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you're not... It's bad. It feels like you are... It basically is kind of like a really bad hangover. Like, you just feel bad, but you're not, like, devastated by it. You'd have to go to negatives for that to get, like, a mental illness.
I definitely want to see if there's a place we can stop and get a Gatorade, though, on the way back.
There is not. Everything's closed. But there's stuff at the inn, but not Gatorade. There'd be water and iced tea, and obviously alcohol. There's port. There's sherry that's always out. There is some beer in the fridge and some wine, although you weren't really told just to open the wine if you want it, but you could certainly. And we'll say some liquor in a liquor cabinet. But again, you didn't really ask about whether you should just be chugging that or anything. That's your call.
No lime cucumber Gatorade.
Nope.
Okay.
And so at this point, I think we can end this one with a very, very successful episode. I'm going to give you 2 XP each because I think that is well worth it. I think you guys did a pretty awesome job at managing this thing this time. And you 100%, I mean, you don't know it, but as player character knowledge, you definitely saved someone's life because if you did not pop it tonight, it was going to kill somebody. So you did save somebody's life by not all running. And it was essentially John taking that last shot was the only thing that stopped from just, if you would have run, someone definitely was going to die. So you don't know for a fact, but you're at least confident that no one died because it did get popped. But yeah, as player knowledge, I was definitely going to kill somebody. Nice. So you saved a life, even if you don't know it for sure. And you took care of the clootie for another day.
Sweet. That was a good episode.
Yeah, I can't wait till this truck gets here.
Tomorrow, baby.
And now one of us has got to lure the thing in and I can make those checks. So it's not terrific.
Ain't gonna be Jack because you cannot recover those stability without an extended source of stability stay. There's no way to recover it.
I'll do it. I stared into the beast. I'm not afraid.
Somehow Randy just doesn't give a fuck.
Randy's like a beast.
I'm a fucking badass. Fuck you, monster. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. You had no reaction to any of the stares, any of the attacks. Pretty badass. Somehow Randy is the dark horse in this group who's like, they're like, it's the IT guy. He's gonna not survive. And then it's like, I don't give a fuck about, you monster. I shoot you and run away, you son of a bitch. It's pretty awesome.
And he's dead inside.
Yeah. And it's gonna get pretty good. It's gonna get better. I have some cool stuff coming up, so gotta get out of this clootie bullshit. But the next one will be fun as well. So I think you guys will be excited.
Well, the next one should wrap up.
God,
the next session should wrap up this storyline finally.
On these monsters longer than I thought. I don't know how long the next one's gonna be. I might be dead by then. We might be in an old folks' home by the time the next arc wraps up because it's complicated.
We've only been doing this for like 3 years, I think.
And you've already taken out 2 monsters. You're on an average of 0.75 monsters a year.
To be fair, it's only our 18th session, so
yeah. Exactly.
Wait a minute. Did you take out 3?
No, I left it in. I'm gonna.
No. I'm just saying. Did we take out 3 monsters or 2 so far?
The Sisterite, the alien, and then this thing is still in flux.
So this one's 3. So yeah, you guys got to really start getting to 1 a year. You got to up your average.
Well, I feel like we need to, not do an hour's worth of planning like every 3rd episode and then just do shit like we did tonight because it's a lot more fun.
You did a lot of shit tonight and it did pretty well. You guys did pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like we need to be more involved, like in a meta sense, like for the podcast. I think we need to be more involved in doing things than just endlessly debating back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not sure the next one would allow you to do it anyway. Not that it's going to be reactionary, but I'm not sure you would have that much planning. It's more active for everybody, I think. So I'm hoping that one is going to generate a little more activity regardless. So.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Awesome. Well, thanks for running.
No problem. It was a good game. This was a good one. I enjoyed the shit out of this one. Not that I don't like all of them, but this one was like, wow. Heroic moments.
Particularly well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we had a nice balance. Like we had the dinner shit and we had like the Erin and Randy stuff, and then there's action, which I think is the way it should be. Like we get some RP in and then let's go fucking do some stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it really went well on the we did a little bit of the RP. I was like, oh, this is going to go all RP. And then all of a sudden, fucking shit hit the fan and everyone's rolling dice. And I think it went great. I'm excited to see what happens when you get this liquid nitrogen chuck.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love it. So,
okay.
Until next time.
Yep. I'm gonna sign off, gentlemen.
Yep. Me also.
Good day, sir.
And we'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks, guys. Take it easy. I will say, if you have enjoyed what you're hearing, check us out. You can hit the website. It's legendsoftabletop.com. We have our SoundCloud. All of our bajillion links are on there. If you like, all the things, please subscribe. Comments, feedback, stuff on iTunes and Podchaser and all those sorts of things. Reviews is what I'm trying to say. If you leave us a review somewhere, that would be fantastic. It certainly helps. If you have friends that listen to podcasts, give us a shout out. We have a good time doing this. Sometimes the episodes are a little, but it's always fun. Tonight was fantastic. This was a really good one. Don't forget, we have coffee available, Legendary Brew, over at the Birds of a Feather Coffee Company. You can check the link in the show notes or go to tinyurl.com/Legendary Brew. It's fantastic. I probably should have had a cup when I came home, but I had a Monster instead. Maybe not the best choice because I have a massive headache now. So,
and they're gross overall, comparatively.
I'm like a masochist that way. Like, I don't like the flavor, but I do like the flavor.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's a one that I like that kind of tastes like old school. What's it called? Snow cones. It tastes like a rainbow snow cone, and it's garbage, but I love it. It's like Taco Bell. Taco Bell is not good food, but I really like Taco Bell sometimes. So, but guys, Bird's Coffee roasted by these two hands. I roast that shit for you exclusively. I'm the only one doing it for you guys, and I'm running these games for you guys. You got to do it. And yeah, tell a friend. That's my one request. If you don't drink coffee, you don't make coffee, that's fine. You don't have to do that. But please do it. And buy Legends. It's great. It's a good blend. Anywho, tell a friend about this podcast because I'm running this shit for you guys and for the players. But at the same time, I think we do a pretty goddamn good job. And this episode was spectacular. Just sometimes there's a little bit of planning. And trust me, just get people into it because this next story arc, it's going to be fun as hell. I've got a lot of ideas. We got a lot of places to go. I'm just trying to build up. I'm selling the sizzle, guys. And there's a lot of sizzle. It's going to be fun as shit. Trust me. That's right. So get some coffee. Get yourself ready to listen to every one of these episodes in a marathon so you're caught up.
Check out the playlist on the SoundCloud. Case has already got an email or a calendar reminder for the next session, which is going to be the third Sunday from here on out, with some minor exceptions.
Assumingly, then you can join us live and in person-ish. By in person, I mean on the internet. Ask us questions or yell at how bad we are. I don't care. I don't care what you say. Just say something live. I like it.
Yeah, you're not in the chat. What do you care?
I was on it. It just messed me up because it was live and I was getting a double echo feed, but whatever.
Nice. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Case, for hanging out in chat. And we'll catch you next time.
Love you guys.